We in here right now. Come on. Time to come to the table where the table is spread and where the feast of the game is going on. Yeah. Good morning to everybody. Get up in here. You know, in spite of what you're going through, in spite of the situation, you know what I mean? We still here another day. We still here one more time. And we appreciative for that. Yeah, we appreciative for that. That's right. Get up in here, man. Get up in here. Hold on for a minute. Let me do this. Hey. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on in here. It's time for the game. It's time for the game, man. I appreciate everybody. I like to give gratitude, you know, for God blessing y'all to get up today and have the activity of your limbs. I appreciate that. When I got up today, I didn't get no calls about family members or friends dying or getting killed. You know, shout out to my boy Marcus for coming in with the 5. You know, I got 5 on it. He came in with the 5, man. Appreciate that. I gotta get back to good looking, man. You know, oh, there go my boy, man, Mr. Reed. Appreciate, man, y'all making me feel loved, man. Mr. Reed coming in with the 20. Appreciate that. Brown Hornet, appreciate that 10. Vision, appreciate that too, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. And shout out to Mr. LRP. I think I know who that is. And if that's who I think it is, man, blessings to you, P. Yeah, blessings to you, man. Love to you, loved one. Blessings to you, man. You know, blessings to you. Seriously, blessings to you. You know what I mean? Blessings to this game. Mr. Gibson, I need all y'all, man. Come on, because I don't want to have to say this all through the video. I can't stand when we be getting 200 and 300 likes above the followers. Keep the likes on one accord with the views. We already going on 300 people, and we only got 171 likes. Everybody hit the like button. Marcus Majors, man, appreciate that 20, fam. You know, what's going on, Miss Brownie? I like that profile picture, baby. I like how your hair is in that profile picture, too. And shout out to Bug Fine Ass. You know, I like seeing her little pineapple head ass up in here. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mrs. Hips. You know, Sister Denise. B, what's going on, Miss B? Hey, baby. You know, she said, good day, everyone. Snazzy girl. Hey, baby. See, we can't do nothing with it. I'm glad God has got you here. You know, Miss Scandra, what's that? Cruz. Thank you, baby. Yeah, love to you too. Hold on. Trinity Time Travels. Hey, baby. Steven. That's my cousin right there. That's my family. That's my blood. Shout out to him. Slim, what's happening? Punchy, what's happening? Troy, what's happening? Y'all make sure y'all go on Facebook and support my boy. Troy, what's up with the video, man? You know what I mean? You're supposed to, hook up a video, man, promoting your business and send it to me. Oh, yeah, y'all been slipping. Anytime, now how many people have got on YouTube and created a whole platform to support their YouTube family? Y'all slipping. If you got a business, if you got a YouTube platform, if you got a restaurant, if you're a comedian, if you're a content creator, an actor, singer, rapper, poet, maybe you dropping knowledge on credit, maybe you want to give blogs pertaining to your life, or I don't know, maybe you incarcerated, or maybe you just got out of incarceration. How come y'all not sending content to Philip Gilmore at yahoo.com? PhillipGilmore. The Sim for the P and the Family channel. that should be way bigger than it is now. And another thing I don't like, I don't care if you didn't like, what the family member had to post. We just supporting our own. The least y'all can do is go over to, because I put the link in the video. Like, if you look at the video from the family member, from the YouTube family member that I'm posting, if you look in the comment section, you're going to see the link to their channel. Click on the subscribe button. Click on that bell. Give them some encouragement to keep coming up with content, you know what I mean, so they can keep going. But if a person put out 2-3 videos, they see that their subs not going up, a lot of times they get discouraged. So we want to give them the encouragement that they need so they can get to the development that they need to get into as also, you know what I mean? So let's come on one accord and support each other, because we all that we got. And we realize, people down on the left, people down on the right. Hey, we don't got much time. So the time that we do have, let's come on one accord and be a blessing to one another. You ain't got much time. You might as well love one another. You know what I mean? Might as well, you spending too much time out the little time you got hating, communicating, talking about nothing. You know what I mean? You might as well come on one accord and show love to one another. We only got just a short time. But yeah, man, get them likes all the way up. Let me see what you done came up in here with. Hold on. Shout out to everybody in that South, everybody in that East, everybody in that West Coast, and definitely shout out to everybody in the Midwest. And shout out to all my Canadians that's here. Shout out to y'all. Know y'all had Thanksgiving yesterday. Seeing how because I got, what I mean, 2 of them that's born and raised here. Yeah, they Thanksgiving. They Thanksgiving was yesterday. And I ain't gonna lie, Thanksgiving to me is every day. Seeing not really into the holidays. I'm not really into the myth, but I appreciate the gift called love. And I love seeing families come together. And I can't deny that even though seeing ain't into the holidays, I just love seeing family come together. Friends, family, singing. I only had a few times of that. Sitting at the piano, singing songs, eating good grub. You know what I mean? Listening to family member stories and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Some of y'all really wealthy and you don't even know it. Some of the experiences that you guys have had in life is priceless. Billionaires haven't even experienced that. The stuff that you experienced in the ghetto. You was wealthy and you didn't even know it. Some of you got your grandmama, your grandfather, your mama, your father still living. You wealthy, you don't even know it. As one prophet said to another prophet, Lord, open up this man's eyes that he may see. But blessings to everybody. Jerron, appreciate that 5, man. Good looking. King Drew, peaceful. There go my brother Rob. Shout out to Rob. You know what I mean? He was going through it a little bit because his baby, had COVID, but, he was still giving God the praise and acknowledging Yahweh in spite of, man. Blessings to Rob, But I'm so grateful to be here. Yeah, I'm so grateful, man, to get this game. Honestly, I am. And before we get started, because we about to get into this, I need you to grab some water if you got some water. If you got some fruit around you, grab some fruit. You'll be able to digest this game a little bit better if you had that water and fruit in your body right now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be an example. Let me go ahead and grab my Fiji. I don't know what y'all be getting on me too about my Fiji. Some of y'all, now seeing Fiji ain't good for you. Don't drink the Fiji. Drink this, drink this, drink this. Hey, the game is working on me. I'm getting better. If it's not good, pray for me, man, so I can leave it alone. But right now, I'm hooked on this Fiji, man. It's just something about this Fiji. Hold on. Oh, man. Hold on one more time. I feel renewed. Yeah, it's time to get into this game. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be one of them ones, right? So, I can tell you a few things that led up to this particular message. You know, I've been seeing some things that was contrary to my liking, contrary to the game liking. If you're on my Patreon, then you already know. But it's been some things that's been occurring, and this message that I'm getting ready to bring, it couldn't have been at a righter time. Because guys are not respecting themselves. And if you don't respect yourself as a man, then it would be foolish of me to expect you to respect the game. If you don't got no love for yourself, if you don't got no respect for yourself as a man, then I can't expect you to love and respect this game. I can't expect you to honor this game. You don't even honor yourself. Of course you're going to let a woman talk to you any kind of way, call you all type of bitches, and you smiling and laughing and kikiing and ha-haing, you know, still trying to talk to the bitch, still trying to impress a bitch that keep being disrespectful to you. You know, you don't honor yourself. So, of course, if you don't honor yourself, you're not going to honor this game. You're going to do dumb shit like go on dinosaurs and allow women to call you bitches and dumb motherfuckers and say, eat my pussy, and you just laughing and smiling like it's cool. Because you don't respect yourself. Of course you're going to, you know, accept money from a snitch bitch that just put a pimp away for 20 years and things like that. The reason why I expect you to take money from a snitch bitch and, you know, be with that snitch, because you don't respect and love yourself. You know, the reason why, you know, that you 30-something, 40-something, 50-something, and you still on the internet trying to prove that you a pimp is because you have no respect, love, you know what I mean, for yourself. This game, you have no self-worth. You have no understanding. Because if you did, you wouldn't even participate in a hoish conversation like that. That's something that the young niggas do. You know what I'm saying? I'm 38 going on eternity. I wish I would sit up there and waste a sentence, you know what I mean, wasting my existence, you know what I mean, trying to prove my existence in this game. Man, knock it off. Balance, man. Appreciate that 100. You know, appreciate that dollar, man. Good looking. You know, Balance always representing this game, man. Shout out to him. I love to see, you know what I mean, not only, you know what I mean, people representing the game as far as being fly, but keeping their children fly, doing what's vital to the title of a parent, of a father. It's a famine in the land, a famine in the game for men like that. So I have to salute. Blessings to you, man. Love. But yeah, you know, you'll never see me participating in hoish conversations when individuals say, see, and I heard you ain't this, you ain't that. They said this, they said that. You don't see me coming down from the heavens to argue, you know, to participate in an argument or a conversation like that, simply because at this point in my life, I've realized that I am that I am. And no one can minimize what I am. After they finish bringing up what supposedly, allegedly, or whatever happened, knowingly or ignorantly, or whether they lied or they edited, whatever the situation may be, I am that I am. And you can't stop me from being what I am. The reason why you don't see me going back and forth with women, the reason why, you know, women, even sometimes bras be talking crazy. You don't see me going back and forth with bras. You know why? Because I am that I am. I am that I am. For those of you that don't know even where I'm going, just to give you a historical but also biblical, really, you know what I mean, thing to give you confirmation of this information. When you go to the 3rd chapter of the book of Exodus, Moses had a conversation with Yahweh. He was talking to Yah. And he said, Lord, what should I tell him? You know what I mean? What's your name? What should I tell him? Who he's like, man, listen, man, just go tell them I am that I am. That's the same thing. And as individuals, as human beings, we should strive to be who? Like the Most High. No, we not perfect, but we being perfected. We should be striving to be perfected every day. You know what I mean? So that's the same mentality that I had. I am that I am. I'm not going to be going back and forth disrespecting myself, you know what I mean, participating in whorish conversations and things like, man, I am that I am. I don't need no validation. It reminds me, take you back to a P testimony. I was doing my thing out there in Charlotte. This is when Sin was living in Charlotte. I was in the South Park area. And at that time, you know what I'm saying, I was about 4 deep, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to count the little one bitch because I didn't have her at that time. But I ended up being 5 later on. But at the time of this event, I was only 4 deep. But I did end up knocking the bitch out that Daisy Duke restaurant, you know what I mean? And she ended up being the 5th Boston baked bean head ass bitch, you know what I mean, that I was presiding over, you know? But yeah, man, so I was in that Charlotte. And I'm minding my own business, and I get a call because you know I was fucking with the Memphis representation. You know, real tough. You know, when you out there messing with in New Orleans, especially at that time, Memphis was out there real tough. Yeah, that 901 man was in that 504 real deep. Cause Memphis always rolled like that. That's if I was to say who's the most united representation in the game, in my honest opinion, I would have to say Memphis. Well, a lot of Memphis P's downfall is they be fucking with them drugs and things. You know what I mean? So of course, with the syrup and all of that, that be their downfall. But you know, if you push the drugs and things aside, and you know, certain little jealousy and things like that, they really the most united in the game. Sometimes you will see if it's 15 pimps going through it to get to it, that one pimp that got a hoe, he gonna try to take care of all 15 of them pimps until they knock. You know what I'm saying? Memphis just be like that. So I get a call, and you know, P say, yeah, man. Now this the nigga that was spreading these lies on me. This was somebody that was and probably still is close to Johnny Cash. This is really how me and Johnny Cash even had our first conversation, because this dude was already jealous that I stayed getting in his business. I wouldn't let this nigga have no bitch. You know, because I see that he liked the snow. And every time he would put some snow down, you know what I mean? Knock, broken. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't let him have he couldn't have no hoe. Johnny's, if you keep it real, he'd tell you, he'd be like, yeah, you know what I mean? You know, he'd call me like, man, it's this young nigga, man. You know what I mean? He stayed, you know what I mean, called me. He stayed in my business. You know what I mean? Yeah, just like that, right? So look, when they can't knock you or do no pimping, they just start lying on you. So the nigga, one of my Memphis partners, he around a whole bunch of Memphis pimping. He hit me, he say, hey, Sin, they say, yeah, man, I'm just calling you, man, because I said, not my partner. Yeah, man, the nigga say, man, you know what I mean, you was doing some funny shit with the bitch, man. He said, man, that you know what I mean, you was doing meth with the hoe. And I ain't gonna lie, I was so caught off guard, I started laughing. Because anybody that know me, know I ain't never been high in my life. So to hear a story about me doing meth, hell yeah, I started down laughing, right? He said, yeah, man, you know what I mean? He said, man, you know what I mean? The reason why, you know what I mean, you've been, you know, knocking them and, you know what I mean, and getting this business with the other little white girl and things. He said, because you be using dope and shit to sit up there, you know what I mean, to get under the white bitches, man. You know, he said, man, that you been in there, you know, that you was sneaking his bitch off the blade and shit, and y'all was fucking and getting high and all this other shit. I busted out laughing. But this would it lead to. I leave Charlotte. I come to New, I come to New, right, supposed to Prince, damn. I was everything but a child of God. Do me a favor, get my likes to 400. Everybody hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, click on that subscribe and bell, right? So I leave New Orleans. I called Freeze, man. We was just dying laughing. He said, bro, they don't even be thinking about who they be lying on. They just like, they don't even try to say, okay, let me see what type of individual this is and what type of lies I can tell that could possibly be believable. But they don't even do that. They just freestyle lies. Appreciate that too, Ralph. Good looking, man. Oh, 30 pounds down? Celebrate you, man. Keep going. Keep going. Stay encouraged. But so I get back in the 504. I'm back in New Orleans, you know, and we sitting up there, you know what I mean, chopping it up, you know, top of the morning. The P that had lied on me, he pulled up. Oh man, we had to at least be about a good 15, 16 pimps deep, you know. So it come up like, yeah, man, Pete, say that shit that you said about Sinful, man. You said that he was getting in your business, and the only reason why he was getting in your business and, you know, giving you the phone, he didn't never knock you according to the game. He was using sex and drugs and shit. And of course, now that I'm physically here, you know what I mean? That's why I told you, boy, that phone shit and that internet shit, it be different than that physical and the flesh shit. So he was like, yeah, man, I just felt, you know, with something funny going on. I mean, I ain't gonna say, you know, that he was, you know, with the drugs and say, I don't really know, but I know it was some, you know, funny shit. They was like, no, P, you said, you know what I mean? I was like, no. So what give you the belief that I was using drugs and dick, you know what I mean, to come up on the bed? He said, I'm just saying, man, you know, they told me that you was from, you know, Chicago, and, you know, I had some few experiences, man, with some of the Chicago P's, man, that wasn't cool. You know, all y'all not like that, but, you know, I was like, man, you know, maybe there's something going on with that nigga, man, that be wearing them suits and shit like that, man, and, you know, maybe he pushing up on them bitches with that dick and coming in, you know, with the meth and shit. And I was like, man, knock it off. So now we going back and forth. Now we, you know what I mean, having an all out, you know, warfare with this shit. I was like, damn, you old ass nigga, man. You know what I mean? You couldn't keep up with Young Pimpin', so you just started lying and shit. Man, you supposed to be a goddamn example, man. What type of fossil is you in the game, man? You know what I mean? You supposed to be setting an example, man. You sitting up here lying and all that goddamn shit. Man, stop it, man. You know what I mean? You didn't even belong. You know, now I'm talking, now I'm getting in on them. I was like, man, you didn't even belong with the bitch. You know what I'm saying? The bitch didn't even belong with you. That didn't even fit right. You know, you caught the bitch really on accident. You know, the way that the bitch was talking and woo, 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 woo. And then she wasn't even laced right. She was predestined to get knocked. You know what I mean? It wasn't like she really had no instructions. So we going at it. He like, nigga, I was pimping, you know what I mean, before you even got in this shit. You know what I mean, nigga, I don't even know who you is. He was like, nigga, he started doing what a lot of you guys do. Watch, pay attention. This is what he did for validation. He said, yeah, man, Candyman know me. Yeah, nigga, I could call Candyman. I could call Stiffy. You know what I mean? I could call K-Red. And, you know, this is years ago. You know what I mean? I could call, you know what I mean, Cadillac. I could call Johnny Cash. You know what I mean? I could call, what's P name I'm trying to think of? Damn, he had a Memphis and he got a preacher type voice. But anyway, he started just naming all of these people. And this is how I hit him with. I was like, hey man, I can't call and don't want to call none of them people that you naming, man. All I could do is call the hoes, man. That's how we could do this shit. He's like, cause the nigga said, nah, man, I got over 500 pimps in my phone. This is what he said. He said, I got over 500 pimps in my phone. I said, damn, I didn't even know if it was 500 pimps that was pimping. He said, what you mean? I said, man, I didn't even know that it was 500 authentic pimps, you know, that was pimping according to the rules and regulations of the game in the United States. 500 pimps, that's a lot. You know what I mean? Damn, you got 500 pimps? So he like, see, you trying to be funny and all of that shit, man. I was like, well, look, I'm not going to call the pimping for validation, but what I will do, man, is sit up there and bring this hoe that's getting ready to come, man, with my trap. Matter of fact, I'm going to even sit up there and allow her to have the trap on her, man. And you sit up there and pimp at that bitch. Yeah, one day me, one day you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to put this hoe right in front of you, and you can sit up there and sweat that bitch till the motherfucking rapture come. And if you can sit up there and get that bitch out of bounds, nigga, you know what I mean? Hey, that's on you. Man, I put that bitch on the platter like she didn't matter and sit up there, you know what I mean? Gave him action at the bitch. He sat up there and said his nursery lines and, you know, spit his campaign at the bitch. The bitch did not get out of pocket. You know what I mean? And you know how that go. And so we ended up ending that thing with, you know, finally, he apologized. And guess what I did? I did the gentleman thing. You know, after we talked, he let me know he was going through a financial situation, you know, after that bitch had got knocked out his congregation. So I gave the nigga some accumulation, man. I gave that nigga a jug, you know what I mean, right in front of the pimping though. Peep gang. I jugged him. Not only did I sit up there and give him words of encouragement after lying on me, but I sit up there and jugged the man and sent him on about his business. You know what I'm saying? I sent him on about his business. And if them niggas keep that shit real, you know, they know that's exactly how it went. You understand me? Matter of fact, I ain't spoke to him in a while, but yeah, Serious Juke was there. Slick Vic, I don't know if X was there. I don't know if he was there at that time. But TP, before he got locked up, it was so much Memphis representation, you know what I mean, outside. You know, matter of fact, I want to say he was there, but he might have got, I can't figure out whether he got locked up before, because see, anybody that used to campaign and really move around that New Orleans, it used to be a nigga out of that Texas man named Minus. And Minus ended up getting locked up too. And that's a whole nother story because me and him had a run in too, man. You know what I mean? Hey man, this pimping, man, as you keep moving around, man, a lot of them old niggas, man, if you a young nigga, man, you really got some pimping with you, and you got a cold, especially if you got a cold catch hand, a cold knock hand. Yeah, man, they gonna sit up there and make lies on you, man. They gonna say you got some funny shit. They gonna, you know, niggas gonna come up with all type of shit, but some pimping about the pimping, you know? But my example was, when you get into a situation like that, don't ever use another P. At least for me, I don't do that. But I don't use pimping to justify, validate, you know what I mean, my pimping. I don't do that. I don't do that. I do not do that. I've never been the type to sit up there and say, ooh, call Sapoba the Prince. Call Freeze. Ooh, no, call Trophy. No, call D. No. You know what I mean? Call my nigga MD. No, I never been the type. Even when Nice was living and Goody was out. Yeah, call Goody. Y'all got that shit bad. Y'all got that shit bad. And I wasn't even going there, but let me just slide that in. Stop doing that even with them hoes. You niggas be sitting over there validating hoes that ain't even paying you. I'm sick of seeing that shit. Motherfuckers be live and while a bitch getting verbally crucified by another P or a bitch or something like that. She say, oh, ask him. He done seen me down. Haven't you seen me down? Haven't I checked it? Didn't I sit up there and woo? And the bitch ain't even gave you a dime. Bitch ain't even thinking about paying you. And you niggas sitting over there, you know, coming to the bitch defense. But she ain't doing no motherfucking she ain't outside playing offense, you know what I mean, about your pimping. I'm not confirming shit for a bitch that ain't thinking about my goddamn pimping. I'm not your motherfucking wifey, bitch. My name is Sinful to P. It's not friendship. Bitches be sitting over there talking about, he lying on me. Okay, what I look like, a bitch talking about, bring Sinful to P up here. He seen me. He know I gave 2 helicopters in 3 days to Sapoba the Prince. He was there when I gave 5 Phantoms and 2 S550s and 1 Mansion to King Difference within 3 days. Call Sinful. He was there when I gave 2 Kingdoms, you know what I mean, to PGO, you know what I mean, within a week. I'm not confirming motherfucking shit for a bitch that ain't thinking about my goddamn pimp. You niggas got that. You niggas is, man, y'all weird to me. Niggas is hella weird. Just like that video that I just put up, before I get deep into my messages, let me use these 2 examples. The one thing is I don't even want to say this bitch name. I don't want to put the spotlight on the bitch and give her any fame to her motherfucking name. But you niggas with that little so-called chop bitch, cause she really not no chop. The bitch be sitting over there fucking with Bloods and you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. If I see a so-called chop and she listening to some Mitchie Slick, I don't want the bitch. I don't want the bitch. Let her be a chop. Let her be a chop, and she talking about something. I should have made a left, should have made a right, and I'm sliding down Imperial. Hey, this is my song. Should have made a left, should have made a left, but I'm sliding down Imperial. Hey, on Bloods, this shit go. Hey, should have made a left, hey, but I'm sliding down Imperial. No. I don't want nan bitch that's supposed to be a chop and she's sitting over there, you know what I mean? Hold on. I wouldn't even be myself. I don't want nan bitch. You supposed to be a chop hoe. Oh my God, they need to create a hat. Make chops chop hoes again. That's what's wrong with you niggas. You can't never keep the snow. You don't want to keep the chopper chop. You want to put the hood on the bitch and have the bitch listening to hood music and all of this old stupid shit. Hold on. Where's that song? Hold on. Now, if a hoe come up, she supposed to be a chop. And she's sitting over there. Can I change the song, Daddy? Go ahead, bitch. Play whatever you want to play. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be turned off if that bitch sit up there and come on with some shit like this. No, hold on. That ain't the one. No, that ain't the one. No, here it go. If the bitch sit up there and she supposed to be a chop, and this bitch sit up there and play some shit like this. Hold on, bitch. Hold on, you know this? Oh, this is my song, Daddy. She in the car talking about. They bang that clip, you bang that blood. Real gangsters walk like I do. Ride the G-code and nigga talk like I do. Gangster disciple, Vice Lord, Crip, Pyru. Nigga, let that bitch sit up there and play some shit like, and she supposed to be a chop? Hold on. I gotta do one more. See, you can't let no nigga have no snow. You let these niggas have some snow, and they gonna sit up there and make the bitch into a ghetto ass black Keisha bitch from the projects. You be sitting over there, hold on. She's supposed to be a chop, but she's sitting over there listening to some she's sitting over there listening to some shit like this. You didn't listen to all of the Sugar Free. You in the car talking about something, and let me pimp or let me die. Let me pimp or let me die. You just in the car just jamming, right? And she said, can I play a song? All right, bitch. You know what I mean? It's a long road trip. Go ahead, bitch. You know what I mean? Change the song to what you want. And if this bitch supposed to be a chop of some snow, and she turned on this, gotta go. Hold on, bitch. This sound familiar, bitch.
I got that nigga for about 4 zones.
Hold on.
Had to get dirty, left him in his driveway soaking wet, sold to 6'4".
Hold on.
Couldn't keep it no more, that motherfucker was filthy. More dead bodies than in that truck in the cemetery in the mortuary. Had a bullet hole by the gas tank. Put 1,500 in the bank, jigged the bitch for 18, but spent 300 lashes on some dank. Shot to my brother's house and got...
Listen, if a bitch said that she supposed to be the snow, she supposed to be a chop. And this is what you got these hoes listening to? What be wrong with y'all niggas, man? Oh my God. Lord, make the snow again. Make the snow again. Make the chops again. It's always a hood nigga that want to put the hood on the bitch. He got the bitch listening to Mess and Mitchie Slick album. He got the bitch listening to Mozzie. No, man. Stop the hoe from listening. Stop letting these white hoes listen to Mozzie and Mitchie and it's this new nigga that the homie sent me. He kind of turning up a little bit. Yeah, Lil Blood and people. No. And stop letting her listen to drill music too. Hold on, I just got to. Yeah, if you my hoe, you not gonna be riding with me and we listening to some shit like this.
You should know he wrong. He a fucking white boy.
Hold on, bitch. Hold on, bitch. What is this? Hold on.
Yeah, so let me get that wood, bro.
Bitch, this don't sound like Donna Cherry. What's this?
I said, kick on him. If we ever said it's up that bitch, I swear to God we mean. We already in hell, bitch, since 12 we been dead. Ever since I signed the deal, all these bitches on my team.
Wait a minute, bitch. Hold on.
Boy, you ain't gonna squeeze you around for no reason. Boy, what block you from? Let us know so we can spend.
Oh, shit.
Make Chicago legend shit.
That was just about business.
Said I won't go.
Let me stop. All right. But stop these bitches from just listening to anything. I had a hoe that I had to sit up there and seriously check because the bitch loved to listen to drill music before work. And I said, listen, you didn't like none of the pimpin' hoe music I was playing? She said, Sin, can I be serious? Can I be honest with you? I said, yeah, bitch, go ahead and be honest, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like that pimpin' hoe music like that. I mean, it's cool, but you know, I'm into drill. I'm into a lot of music from Detroit, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Please don't judge me. But when y'all talk like this, I'm just keeping it all the way 100. I don't say nothing out my mouth, but in my mind, instantly I be knowing it's gonna be over. I don't really, and it's sad that I think like that. Lord help my mind. But the moment that a bitch even talk like this, I just be like, yeah, this ain't gonna last long. This ain't gonna last long. I already then pretty much wrote the bitch off. You know what I'm saying? This ain't gonna last long. This not gonna be no 5-year or more type of thing. It's not, yeah, it ain't gonna last long. You know? And I'm just going, I don't know how it worked for y'all, but for me, from my experiences, bitches that I had that was just in love with drill music or just in love with hella like turned up Crippin' Blood music, she really, didn't last long with me. I like hoes that are hoes. I like bitches that's bitches. I don't like masculine energy coming from a woman. Now, when I'm working out, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. Sin don't tell no lies. I listen to drill music. You know, I do. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. Sin be listening to Fuck Your Homie Dead, and you know, Sin be listening to a lot of shit, a lot of drill that y'all ain't ever even heard before. I can't lie to you. I'm really a Chicago nigga. I be on that bullshit. Hold on, what's the homie name? Hold on, let me go back. I'm about to have all y'all on there now. Should have made a left. Hey, sliding down Imperial. Shout out to the homie Mitchie though. That is my shit though. J Buke the Ruler. Appreciate that dollar, man. Good looking, famo. Appreciate that. You know, yeah, I'm not gonna sit up here and tell lies and shit. I don't ever want y'all to see me bumping some Mitchie and be like, Sin, you listening to me? I've been listening to Mitchie Slick for hella years. I have. One of my favorite songs by Mitchie is Break That Bitch. Yeah, that's my shit. Seeing you wild as fuck. Chris, appreciate that 5. Yeah, Imperial is the shit. But just because I like it and you like it, I don't want the bitch to like it. Am I wrong for that? I don't want the bitch to like it. I don't need a bitch turning up on Imperial. I just don't like that. Listen to Donna Cherry. And let me say this to you hoes that's listening. Y'all need to come out with better music for the hoeing. We need turned up music for the hoeing. And if you the hoeing and you turning up lyrically, you got some shit verbally to say on these motherfucking instrumentals that's gonna motherfucking rewind and play throughout a whole mind, you understand me, and her mental, hey man, send me all of that music so I can put that on Blade music videos and we can turn up. We need moho music. You know, shout out to Donna Cherry. I like the shit that bitch be saying because she really be promoting pimping and hoeing. Shout out to her. You know what I mean? I like that bitch. You know, I ain't never really heard nothing that the bitch said that was contrary to this game. I really haven't. You know, she really be exalting the spirit of pimping and hoeing. So, you know, I like that Boston baked bean head ass bitch right there. Shout out to Donna Cherry. We need more hoes making hoe music. You know? But just to keep it all the way 100, y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do. But I've been told y'all to stop these hoes from watching Love and Hip Hop. Stop these hoes from listening to anything and everything. You know, all of that Megan Thee Stallion shit, you know what I mean? Hey, I told y'all, I treat this shit just like a pastor treat his church. I do not allow anything and everything to be coming in my homes. No. We have standards that we must go by and live by. And because I want you to be consumed in the spirit of hoeing, you can't just listen to anything. You can't. You know, but getting back to this game that I never left, you know, we don't use anybody for validation. I just wanted to throw that out there. Getting back, you know what I mean, to my point. You know, when you start having these conversations, now if you need to use somebody who was there to also confirm what they heard or saw, that's different than trying to confirm that you some pimping. But when you have the mentality of I am that I am, I'm not going to use another man to confirm what I am. I just told you what I am, and it is what the fuck it is because, you know what I mean, I've been pimping. I'm going to let the pimping speak for itself. And then a lot of you niggas got the buddy system in the game any goddamn way. A lot of you niggas be confirming that another man some pimp that ain't did no pimping. Did you hear what I just said? You niggas got the buddy system. You know your nigga ain't no pimp. This nigga ain't did no goddamn pimping. But because y'all fuck with each other and you cool, you sitting over there vouching for somebody that's not the pimping. Stop doing that. Because when you vouch for somebody that is not the pimping, you have just made a way out of no way for an impressionable, you know, novice hoe to get knocked by this nigga that ain't got no pimping. But because she see you smiling with him and taking pictures with him and shaking hands and, you know, going live with him on IG and calling him P and all that type of shit, you just made a way out of no way for a nigga that is really, you know, in the way to have his way with a bitch, you understand me, that was never even supposed to even be with him. Stop doing that. That's what we don't do. You know? But yeah, man, yeah, leave that alone. When it comes to this pimping, I am not defined by green papers with dead hypocrites on it. I am not defined by materialistic things. I am not defined by these Boston baked bean head ass bitches. When you have the mentality of I am that I am, even the situation that you're presiding over, once the expiration date comes from that, you will still be who you are. Why? Because I am that I am. It's not the situation that makes me. It's not the car. It's not the house. It's not the jewelry. It's not the women. That's not what confirms what I am. That's just signs that's following because of who I am. But that doesn't, if that leaves me, if I lose these hoes, if I lose, the materialistics, if I lose my situation, if I don't have no money, guess what? I am that I am. I still am that I am. And I want you to get that in your spirit because, in this game, when you really pimping for real, you're going to be knocked. Oh, let me say that again. When you really pimping for real, when you really presiding over women, you're going to be knocked. I can't say that enough. Appreciate that 5, bro. Good looking. Blessings to you. When you're really pimping for real, according to the rules and regulations of the game, watch what I'm saying. When you're pimping accordingly, it's inevitable that you're going to be knocked. But guess what? Even when the bitch blows up or chooses up, you still are able to produce without this bitch. Why? Because I am that I am. What am I saying? I'm still the same man. I'm still the same pimp. I still have that same capability. I still have that same identity. I still got that same ministry. I still have a beautiful destiny in the game. Why? Because the game is still within me. I can bring restoration to any situation at any given time, even when this bitch expires. My game didn't expire. When the bitch expired, my pimping didn't expire. When the bitch expired, my campaign didn't expire. Why? Because I am my best campaign. It was never the materialistic things. It was never the jewelry. That was just confirmation of who I am and what I do. You know what I mean? Because of who I am and because of me pimping, that basically came along with the territory of basically me doing what I do. But just if the bitch basically turns into an expiration date, I'm still a pimp. I'm just currently and temporarily, if that was your only hoe, you're not pimping. Let me make that very plain. Because a lot of you niggas been saying some very retarded shit. Let me make that very plain. If you don't have a hoe doing some hoeing, you are not doing any pimping. The HOE put the ING on the PIMP. If that hoe ain't doing no hoeing, you're not doing no pimping. We got too many individuals that's having 3 and 4 hour lives and shit, talking about this game and they not doing nothing in the game. I'm talking about niggas ain't had no fly-by nights. They ain't been having no break-ins. They ain't having no chargings. They not sitting over there getting no bitch out of pocket. Some of you niggas that got comfortable with another man taking care of you. You know what I mean? You got all type of weird shit going on. You are too comfortable going live, talking hours upon hours upon hours upon hours, and you have went months upon months and months and months without producing in the game. And I don't give a fuck what justifiable speech that another man told you. Listen, we all go through ups and downs and turnarounds and shit, you know what I mean? But you're not gonna tell me that you have went 6 months or a year and you ain't had a fly-by-night, you ain't had no break-ins, you ain't had no charges, you ain't got nobody out of pocket, you ain't had no interviews. It sounds like you dead. It sounds like you're dead. If you're saying that you still existence and you saying you still got perfect attendance in this game and you're not producing anything, man, I can hear the word of God saying, the tree that does not produce fruit, is hewn down. In other words, what is it saying? It destroyed. God is a God of production. I'm here to tell you that the game is a game of production too. Minister Jab, that's my bro right there. Y'all make sure y'all click on the subscribe and bell button and support bro, Chi-Town Love. You know what I mean? Just to give 2 seconds, they tried to basically cause some division, some discord, you know what I mean, with me and Jap, not knowing that, you know what I mean, me and Jap, this ain't no YouTube shit, you know what I mean? We be chopping it up and fellowshipping, you know what I mean, off YouTube. You know, if I got a problem with Jap, Jap gonna see me. If I got a problem with Jap, I come see him. You know what I mean, he can physically come see me. And yeah, to that little nigga, I ain't gonna call your name, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna give you too much spotlight. But now that Jap told me what it is and gave me the game on why you were so, cause I was like, damn, why dude be making videos about me and I don't even know him? I ain't never said nothing. I understand that people be clout chasing, but at the same time, I just never understood why you was, going at me like that. But once I found out that it was all over that bitch, I should have had pimp sense to know, pimp common sense that ain't common to know that it was over a bitch. It's always over a bitch, especially with you square niggas. It's always over a bitch. You sitting over here talking about all this pedophile shit, all of this shit, but when somebody really walk through the smoke, see through the smoke screen, you was really upset over the bitch. Over this bitch. You just like that other little nigga that I ain't gonna mention. He been in his feelings ever since I knocked that little bitch that was in the conscious community that he wanted to love and, he wanted to build with and, what I mean, they want to enjoy her chakras and all of that goofy shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you see the bitch was down and about it for me. Yeah, she came out the subconscious community and really came in the conscious community when she chose up with some motherfucking pimping. Yeah, man. Yeah, I put her in the conscious community for real, man. You know what I mean? When she was down on that motherfucking 27, man, getting in and out of the motherfucking vehicles and doing some whole miracles around this motherfucker, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's when she was really in the conscious community, though. Yeah, while you sitting over there, you know what I mean, talking about the chakras and all of that, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man, I had the whole doing the Shaka Khan, you know what I mean, all on the blade for money to be made, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, she told me about them long ass conversations y'all was having and all of that. And that's cool, man. Y'all was having some beautiful little intellectual conversations. Me and her was having some beautiful financial conversations. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because with me, man, you know what I mean? If I can't count it, it don't count. You sitting over there, oh my God, this beautiful queen, you know what I mean? I hate him and he's got the beautiful queen out there. He got the beautiful melanated queen. Man, you should have seen the way that beautiful melanated queen was sitting over there, you know what I mean, sucking my dick. You know what I mean, swallowing the motherfucking chromosomes and shit that proceeded from my dick. Man, you should have seen that shit. You should have seen the way she licked under my balls, man. You should have seen the way she was taking this dick, nigga. You know what I mean? That melanated queen, man, was a hell of a freak, man. You know? Yeah, she was a hell of a freak, man. She could take some dick too. Yeah, man, you know what I mean? If I was to sit up there, man, and show you certain videos, man, you'd lose your mind, man. Yeah, I done put nut graffiti all over that bitch. You sitting up there still crying over it, man. All right, but we can leave all that little square shit alone, man. That ain't about nothing. Yeah, just little square these little YouTubers and shit be trying to fuck on these little YouTuber bitches and shit, not knowing, you know what I mean, that a lot of these bitches really want to be pimped on. A lot of y'all don't even know. But, I know y'all gonna go back and tell her, you know what I mean? But if I spend some time around that bitch, Cynthia G will be out there hoeing like a motherfucker. Yeah, a lot of them bitches that y'all think, oh my God, she hates black men. That bitch don't hate black men. That bitch hustling. She hustling, you goofy, gameless motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That bitch don't hate black men. Man, knock it off. Bitches sit up there, you understand me, and start smiling now if a big ass black dick was right in front of her motherfucking face. You sitting over there talking about, she hate black men, she hate black that bitch don't hate no black men, man. Stop all that crying. Niggas be getting in my DM, want me to go as Cynthia. Man, she sitting over there hustling, you goofy ass niggas. It's y'all. It's them old bitter ass bitches that's believing all of them hate speeches against black men. And if you a real nigga, you wouldn't even spend time listening to that shit. And if you a motherfucking mod at Cynthia G channel, man, you might as well go ahead and do the Zaya Wade and cut your dick off. You know what I mean? Yeah, you might as well do the little Zaya Wade, man. Dwayne Wade gonna sit up. Dwayne Wade got a scholarship in hell if he don't change his ways, man. Shame what he did to that little boy. But that's another show. We done with that. But getting back to this game that I never left, I am not validated by materialistic things. Materialistic things come and go. You know what I'm saying? It comes and goes. Get this in your spirit. You know, we can't just put that on young niggas. I know some older, elderly niggas in the game that talk a lot of pimpish shit. But when them niggas get knocked for a bitch, niggas be ready to get gangster. You know, a lot of shit we just be throwing on young niggas. And I'm here to tell you that that ain't just applicable to the young, dumb niggas, man. You know, we got older niggas in the game too. They talk hella pimp shit, hella knowledgeable, know about, like if you listen to the shit that come out their mouth, you gonna be like, ooh, that's pimping. Ooh, that's pimping. Like, damn, this nigga a pimp, but ooh, let him get knocked for a bitch. It's some niggas that been in this game for 20 years and more, and they still don't have the stomach for getting knocked. And I don't understand it because those of you that's on my Patreon, you seen the legendary Gorgeous Dre talk about how he got knocked 2 times within one night by the same pimp. I've never heard nobody get knocked the way Dre got knocked. And that shows the value, that just speaks volumes about Dre's character for him to just, you know, admit that and say it like that with no problem. You know why? Because he pimped, because of the type of man he is. It just really shows that he was really authentic in the game. You can't say that you really this pimping and you don't have a stomach. You can't stomach being knocked. You can't say that. I don't care what you driving, where you living, what you wearing, how much money you presiding over. If you cannot get knocked for a bitch, can we really, truthfully, sincerely say that you this pimping? If you want to kill another man because this bitch want to be with another man, what does that say about you, man? What's wrong with you? You know? And then the cold part about it is, a lot of them niggas, like I said, they don't even be thinking about pimping shit. They don't be thinking about, you know what I mean, this bitch gonna give my money to him, or this bitch about to hit more licks for him, or she upset, she in an attitude, so she really about to get this nigga a big multitude. A lot of these niggas be having square ass thoughts, you know what I mean, about these bitches. Like, damn, she gonna suck his dick, he gonna get my head. You know what I mean? He not even thinking about the bread. She gonna get my head. She over there giving him that pussy. She over there calling him daddy. You know what I mean? And you would be thinking like, nah, Pete, you know, he a hell of a pimp. You know, he said this, and man, you'll be surprised. And like I told you, a lot of niggas don't want to be knocked because they don't want their secrets to be found out. You know, a lot of niggas be doing a lot of shit that they shouldn't be doing behind closed doors with these hoes. What I tell you niggas about eating booty? What I tell you about letting these bitches ride y'all face? Now, one thing I will say, in that little situation, and shout out to them, you know, many of y'all was there. I posted it just to give an example, to give confirmation of what I'm saying now. When Real was going back and forth, I'm not going to say the bitch name, you know what I mean, with the little bitch, and she started talking about sexual activities that they participated in. What did I tell you niggas about that shit? What did I tell you what was going to happen? If you ever sit up there and you taste the booty, if you taste the coochie, you know, she might be smiling and she might grab your head, or she might say, Daddy, I ain't going to never leave. And, you know, she might be acting real hoish, you know, at the time, you know, while you tasting her and licking between her toes, and you got your tongue in the crack of her ass, and, you know, the bitch farting all in your mouth and all of this shit. But let me just say this to you, man. When you make provisions for your name to be evil spoken on, Because that's what you're doing. Anytime you taste the crack of a bitch ass, or you let a bitch ride your face, you know, in this game, you making provisions for your name to be evil spoken on. And where's your discipline? Why would you want to use the same mouth that you speak instructions out of to eat booty, to eat coochie, to suck toes? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas is cheating. You're nasty. No wonder you niggas be like, man, that nigga got a hell of a catch hand. Yeah, I know. You know, somebody be like, man, that nigga got a hell of a keep hand. He don't just obtain, he maintain. I know. You know, like one preacher used to say, you can't lose with the stuff I use. I see. You know what I mean? That shit you niggas be using in that bedroom, man. You know, tasting all on that hoe. You know what I mean? But just like I told you, when you taste the booty, when you taste the coochie, when you allow that woman to ride your face, just know that all runs come to an end. Just know that women like to talk. Just know that we're in the social media era where bitches, they got that clout demon. We don't have really grown women no more. But see, shout out to him. The reason why I got to say his name, because Rel did something that most of you niggas never do. You know what I like about what Rel did? You know, because he did the same thing that I would have did if I was that type of man and that type of activity. I wouldn't even give a fuck. If that's what I was into, if I was into tasting pussy and tasting the ass or whatever the fuck I was into, that's whatever the fuck I'm into. And I wouldn't give a damn what another nigga talking about. You know what I'm saying? You know, the niggas, they might joke, they might laugh, they might roast, but whatever the fuck I wanted to do with that bitch at the time I was presiding over, that's what the fuck I did. You know you know what I like what he did when the bitch kept saying this and trying to bring that shit up. You know, Rel kept saying, bitch, I'm not even concerned all that. Bitch, I'm concerned about my pimping. I'm concerned with my pimping, bitch. I'm concerned with woo, 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 woo. Now, personally, because I got to teach the young peas, my opinion don't got no dominion on you guys. You're going to do what you want to do. But if I had anything to say, I would say don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, young P. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't suck them toes. Don't eat that coochie. Don't, oh my God. Definitely don't sit up there and lick her booty. Don't do it. Why we got over 900 people in here, but we got 550 likes? Do me a favor. Get my likes up. Everybody click on the like button. Everybody click on the subscribe and the bell button. But don't do it, P. Don't do it. It's going to be a stain on your name forever. Don't do it. Now, what I will say on the flip side, them hoes wasn't going to say it, but you best to believe, I know this game for real, for real. Why all that shit was going on, it was a freaky hoe that was motherfucking listening to that shit, and she seen the way, you know, how Rel pretty much responded to the shit, and she liked it. Yeah, she liked it. P, what you mean she liked it? Because whatever you say and whatever you do, you stand on it. What am I saying? I am that I am. I am that I am. And I'm never going to let you make me feel bad or shame me or make me feel the spirit of condemnation for the things that I have participation in. I am that I am. You know how I fuck a bitch up if that's what I did? Baby, if that's what you want to tell the world what we did, that's on you. I thought you was a grown woman. But, you know, if you want to get your little girl on and, you know, get into some evangelism with the criticism on my name, with the things we did when we was together in the game, then that's on you. You know what I mean? But I am that I am. I'm not ashamed of everything that I done to you. You know why? Because I'm a man. And when I did them things to you, I thought that I was doing that to a grown-ass woman. But I could see that Everybody plays the fool, you know, it is what it is, you know. But yeah, baby, you know, when I tasted you, or when I did this, or when I, you know, licked the back of your knees, or when I did this, or I did that, or I stood up there and I said whatever I said in your ear while I was drilling you on the side. You know what I mean? Yeah, I did them things because, you know what I mean, this is what a man, you know, do with his woman, at least for me. But when you decided to go live and, you know, wanted to put it all on Instagram, you know, that's on you, baby. But I couldn't participate in that shit with you. See, that's the only thing that I didn't like. That's the only thing that I didn't like. Because, see, I'm going to give y'all really some cold shit. A lot of legendary pimps then sat up there and kissed hoes, tasted hoes. Real ain't did nothing new. Before he was born, pimps was already tasting hoes, kissing hoes, and getting married to hoes. Oh, we just got to keep this shit all the way 100 this morning. That man ain't did nothing new. As the scripture said, there's nothing new under the sun. How you gonna shame him for something that people have done that you niggas praise? You look up to, you exalt. You look at them as legendary peas in the heavens. So how you gonna shame him for something that they was doing before this nigga was even born? It don't make sense. So again, I say to you, young P, if that's what you desire to do as a man, do what you want to do as a man, and then once it get put out there, stand on it. Stand on it. Only thing that I don't want you to do, we don't argue with women. We don't go back and forth with women. That video that you seen with Real and that bitch, we don't do that. Now, what I mean by that is, yeah, if somebody asks, you know, will I admit, I'm the truth. I can only speak with what I am. But I'm not going to be live with a bitch in front of the game, in front of people, and we going back and forth and tell them, Sin, tell them how you ate my ass. Tell them how you ate my coochie. Bitch. And I'm screaming at the bitch and we screaming at each other on Instagram and all of that. I'm not going to do that. You will never see me doing shit like that because I love myself and I respect this game. So, you know, I'm not going to come down from the heavens going back and forth with no bitch on no goddamn Instagram. That's what I'm not going to do. Whatever the fuck I did, that's what the fuck I did. Yeah, and I'm not going to let you motherfuckers that got iniquities and frailties and insecurities and failing in so many motherfucking capacities, but you sitting over there putting on an image as if you flawless, you know what I mean, on this Instagram. I'm not going to allow you to deceive me or make me feel bad for what the fuck I wanted to do as a man. That's the only mentality that you should have, if that's what you desire to do. As I told you, my opinion ain't got no dominion on what you want to do as a man. If that's what the fuck you want to do as a man, get down, nigga, do what you do. But when the criticism come, stand like a man, stand on it. That's all I'm saying to you. And when the criticism come, don't be crying and going back and forth with no bitch like a bitch. Stand on it like a man. Mentally respond. Don't emotionally react to it. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know, and if any nigga got a problem, you know what I'm saying, about whatever the fuck you did, or, you know, he trying to go live, and, you know, because you got people that, you know, try to get clout off your name. So they just want to speak about, yeah, P, I heard that, I heard that you know, you taste that bitch pussy. Like, damn, nigga, that, you know, you heard about what I did with the bitch and that got you smiling like that? You know, what you trying to tell me, man? You know, you heard about what I did with that hoe that was paying me and it got you smiling and giggling like that, man. Man, you sound dangerous, man. I don't want to talk to you. Yeah. Just like when niggas try to nigga, everything that I've ever did, nigga, was with a woman. You know, that's why I even laughed and got upset when Hassan used to, yeah, I'm gonna roast him. How you gonna, nigga, everything I did was with a female, a woman. You got nut from a man on your thighs. You can't speak on me. I don't have dealings with men. I like women. So you can't roast me. You over there with the men. What's wrong with you? Get my likes up to 700, man. But again, you know, whatever you do in that bedroom, I am that I am. I stand on it. You're not going to make me feel bad for anything that I've done, I'm doing, or going to do. Why? Because I am that I am. I'm a man. I'm the truth. That's what I desire to do as a man, and you will not minimize me. You know, as a man thinketh, so is he. You know, if you allow the opinions of other men to make you feel less than, you know, what you are, then you're not really that. Because if you really was who you profess to be, then you wouldn't allow other men, the opinions of males and men in society, and, you know, to basically sit up there and get into your mind and make you feel less of who you are. Why? I am that I am. And you will not make me feel less than what I am. Whatever I did with that hoe that was paying me, man, that's what I decided to do. Now, I see that you smiling and laughing and giggling and stuff, you know, over what I did with that woman. But hey, man, I just want to tell you, man, hey, whatever excitement that you got from hearing about what I did with a woman, hey, man, you need to kill that noise. You know, you need to let that go. Because I don't get down like that, player. You smiling and you're a little bit too happy. You're a little too excited finding out what I did with that woman. I'm letting you know now, the answer is no. I don't get down like that, player. Just like that. Just like that. But moving on, man. One scripture that I want everybody to memorize. Saying I'm an agnostic, saying I'm an atheist, saying I'm a free thinker, whatever, a deist, whatever you profess to be. We can all agree that even if you don't believe in the existence of God, even if you don't believe in the word of God, I mean, might not be into the Quran, the King James, you might not be into nothing, but one thing we can all agree is that from spirituality, there is some knowledge and wisdom that comes out of that that's so impeccable that it could be applicable to any man of any walk of life. And one scripture that I want you guys to memorize when you get a chance, you can go to the book of Philippians. This was a statement that the Apostle Paul made. And I want you to take this, and I want you to always remember this. I know they taught you that a high value man is this and a high value man is that. But I want to give you one of the definitions out of the innumerable definitions that I have concerning a high value man. I want you to go to the book of Philippians. And when you get a chance, I want you to read the 4th chapter in the 11th verse. So again, if you don't have a Bible, you can just simply, as I like to say, go to the book of Google to get confirmation of the information that's proceeding out of my mouth, to make sure that sin ain't just freestyle and shit. And you can just get it confirmed, you know, by just Googling it and just putting in the book of Philippians, the 4th chapter and the 11th verse. And you can put KJV, because that's where I'm coming from. You know, or you might want to go NIV, or you might want to go to the Amplified, New English, or whatever you're going. But I'm just going to read this for you for your edification. The scripture says, no matter what circumstance I am in, for I have learned that in what, for what I have learned, and so what, I had that because I got all the versions. Okay, there we go, KJV. For I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. Again, the 4th chapter and 11th verse of the book of Philippians, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. For I have learned, see, I like that. For I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. So no matter my circumstance, I am that I am. What are you saying? What are you saying, Sam? That my circumstances can change. But I've learned that no matter what circumstance I'm in, I'm still going to maintain my gratitude, my joy for life. I'm still maintain my characteristics, my integrity, my principles. I am that I am. I'm not moved. I'm unshaken. I'm unmovable. My foundation is still strong. Even through adversities and difficulties, I am that I am. When the Euroclydon comes, I am that I am. When the Nabis clouds come, I am that I am. When this person died, I am that I am. When she left me, I am that I am. I don't have that anymore. I am that I am. They talking about me. I am that I am. They lying. They criticizing. They telling half truths. They editing the story. I am that I am. I'm still producing. I understand that every piece of gold has to go through the fire in order to be gold. I understand that the crucifixion comes before the resurrection and I got to go through it to get to it. I understand that. I am that I am. I understand that I'm going to be lied on. I understand that I'm going to be verbally crucified sometimes. I understand the hurdles and the mountains and things that I'm going to have to climb. I understand all of that. But through all of that, I have learned to be content. I've learned, I like that part. I've learned, meaning that it wasn't a overnight thing. I had to go through some things to get that outstanding understanding. I went through some misunderstandings to get that revelation. I went through some misunderstandings to have that outstanding understanding. I had to learn that. I got the game now. I didn't have it at one time, but I've learned through situations of life. I've learned through being dirty Macked. I've learned from pimps and simps and male actresses speaking on my name. I've learned to still be content, to still maintain my sanity, to still have my serenity. I've learned that. You know, I am that I am. I like that. Get my likes up. Let's touch 700 likes. But I've learned that. So that means, let me bring it in game form. That means that when I'm holus and dolus, I am that I am. I've learned that, all runs come to an end. I understand that at this time I might be able to get what I need and get all my desires because they want to get my desire, but I've learned that, whatever state that I'm in, I'm still going to be me. I'm still the game. Yeah, they lied on me. Yeah, they did this. Yeah, that hoe left. Yeah, that hoe got knocked. Yeah, when I caught this case, they didn't do what they were supposed to do. People I took care of, people I looked out for, people that I set up there, you understand me, and provided a roof over their head, people that I jugged, people that were suicidal, and I inspired them during that particular time in their lives. I spoke life unto them, but when I was going through what I was going through, they jumped on the bandwagon. It is what it is. I am that I am. I want you to have this mentality. I am that I am. I'm still doing what's vital to the title. I still have not lost anything when I went through everything. I am that I am. I have learned to be content. No matter what pain I'm going through, I have learned to lead beyond pain. I realize and recognize that every leader has to lead beyond pain. Every pimp got to pimp through pain. Every pimp got to pimp past that. He got to pimp through that. You know, it might be a woman that you turned on and turned out to the game, and you invested so much pimping in this woman. You put so much information into this woman. You know, you custom made her. She was tailor made according to your pimping. And all of a sudden, now she done lost her mind. And I told you guys, what I tell you? You can't escape stupid bitch season. You can't. You can't escape it, no matter what lifestyle you in. Oh, I'm saved, I'm living for God. You can't escape stupid bitch season. I'm a psychologist. Hey, you can't escape stupid bitch season. I'm a billionaire. You can't escape stupid bitch season. Hey man, I'm a pimp. I got all the game, man. You can't escape stupid bitch season. I just won the lotto. You can't escape stupid bitch season. I graduated from Harvard. I was first in my class. I'm on the dean's list. You can't escape stupid bitch season. It's inevitable. It's predestined. I don't know what you're talking about, Sin. She obeys me and does everything that I say. She cooks, she cleans, she had money to sex. You can't escape stupid bitch season. It's coming. Like the old folks used to say, keep living. I'm going to tell the young pimps, keep pimping. And you're going to experience that. I can't really see it, P, because, you know, I mean, the bitch really handling my business. She doing such and such, such and such. She doing this, she doing that. I ain't even got, it's just inner, P. I can't really, you can't escape stupid bitch season. You can't escape it. It happens in all walks of life. I don't care how great a man may seem, how gamed up he may appear to you, how perfect he is because you don't know him. He cannot escape stupid bitch season. It happens in marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, pimp and hoe, whatever the titles may be, you know what I mean, in those lifestyles, you can't escape stupid bitch season. It's going to happen. But what I'm going to tell you is when stupid bitch season come, you just make sure that I am that I am. What did I tell y'all? Today, you know what I mean, the bitch might want to be, let's say Monday, the bitch want to be a hoe. Tuesday, she want to join the human trafficking team against pimps. Wednesday, she want to have an interview with Oprah speaking against pimps. Thursday, the hoe want to be an astronaut. Friday, the bitch want to be a fireman. Saturday, the bitch want to join Black Lives Matter movement. Sunday, now she with Kanye, you know what I mean, with the White Lives Matter movement. Monday, she want to be a hoe again. What I tell you about these bitches, man? They govern by feelings. So what happens with feelings? It changed like the weather. So we don't know what that bitch gonna do because she don't know what she gonna do. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. She governed by emotions. She don't even know what the fuck she gonna do. You just make sure that whatever she does, you just make sure that you pimping on Monday, that you're pimping on Tuesday, you're pimping on Wednesday, you're pimping on Thursday, you're pimping on Friday, you're pimping on Saturday, you're pimping on Sunday, you're pimping on Monday. You just make sure that I am that I am. I don't know what the bitch, you know, has the bitch. I don't know, but I am that I am. What happened to that hoe that I am that I am? What happened to that bitch that said that she is never leaving? I am that I am. Whatever happened to that bitch that was begging to be the bottom bitch when you said you don't do I am that I am? What happened to the bitch that said she was going to always be there no matter what happened and daddy I ain't never going to leave? I am that I am. I can't tell you, I'm not who I am and what I do is not governed by who she is and what she. Because when that bitch decide to be a bitch or decide to do some stupid shit, I can't allow that to be so strong, to be so fucked up, to be so much of a problem that it was greater than my solution. No. I am that I am. Regardless, see, one thing about the truth is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. So when you got that I am that I am mentality, I was some pimping yesterday, I'm the pimping today, and I'm gonna be the pimping tomorrow. I am that I am. The truth don't change. A war can take place today, and guess what? The truth don't change. What does that mean? The pimping don't change. I am that I am. Damn, P, I remember when you used to have a mansion home, when you was staying in that mansion, woo-woo. I remember when you was, over here doing your thing. Damn, P, hey, I don't know what, I remember when I had them things too, but guess what? What's to come is better than what's been. How could you say that in this circumstance? You don't have $1 to your name. Yeah, but I still got this game. I am that I am. See, when you have that mentality, regardless of what your situation is, faith is the substance of things hoped for. You know what I mean? If you look at Hebrews 11:1, now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. I like that when it say now faith. Not yesterday faith, 2 seconds ago faith, now. I am that I am now. I can speak it into existence. I am that I am. How could you say that? You don't have nothing going on right now. I understand, but I got this game, so I really ain't lost nothing. I know she ain't here. I know that car not here. I know I don't have that house no more. I know I don't have that jewelry no more. I know I don't have them suits no more. But I haven't lost anything. Why? Because I still got this game. I still got my manhood. I still got these principles. I still got my characteristics. I still got my ministry. I still got my capabilities. I ain't lost nothing. See, when you think like that, with that type of mentality, you can't be fucked with. You can't be fucked with because you realize and recognize who the real prize is. You. I'm my best campaign. That's why I'm always working on me. That's why you always reading. That's why you always working out. You haven't lost. That's right. My brother said, you haven't lost anything. You haven't lost anything. Why was Dre able to say that in a fucking jail cell in CCDC? I am that I am. Yeah, I know you seen me in the Versace. I know you seen me in the Versace mansion. I know you seen Filmo Slim sitting in that Versace chair in the Versace mansion, when you was interviewing me and everything. And, I know you seen me doing my thing, and now you see me in CCDC, and I'm fucked up with Top Ramen Soups up in here. But, when you really look at it, I haven't lost anything. Why? Because I haven't lost being a man. I am that I am. He was able to say, that's why, without a shadow of a doubt, without no debate, that is the reason why Dre was the star of American Pimp. It wasn't so much of the materialistics that he had in the level of pimping that he was pimping at financially. It was when he was in a fucking correctional facility facing eternity in a correctional facility, never to have liberty in society again, it looked like from the outside. And for him to say in that fucked up circumstance, I haven't lost anything. I haven't lost anything. Appreciate that 5. Appreciate that 10, bro. I haven't lost anything. That is a fucking high value man. That's a high value man. It wasn't because, I got to make this, at this amount a year. Man, Dre was pimping like a motherfucker. He had a motherfucking mansion in Frisco. What are you talking about? He was way past their financial, standard of what a high value man is. But when he really showed his value as a man is when he lost that which everybody considers to be that which is valuable, materialistic things. He lost that little ass shit. And then you seen the big shit manifested in jail, nigga, when the nigga said, I haven't lost anything. Yeah, you ain't gonna get no sob ass story from me. You're not gonna get no, oh, this is when you mess with pimping and this is when you living in a life of crime. Man, you ain't gonna get none of that goddamn shit from me. Why? Because I haven't lost anything. I haven't lost out on being a man. Oh my God. He sounded like the Apostle Paul. I have learned that whatsoever state that I'm in to be content. I ain't lost shit. Nigga got out of motherfucking prison and now he got more than what he had when he was even in the game. Come on now. I haven't lost a motherfucking thing, nigga. It reminds me of Kenny Red when K Red was out of prison and when he was on his bike, he said, remember what K Red said? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I lost a hoe, and some money, but that ain't hard to come by. That ain't nothing. I am that I am. Yeah, the hoe left. Yeah, I lost some money. But I ain't lost nothing. Why? Because I'm still the same fucking man. I ain't lost a goddamn thing. What Job tell you? I'm going to wait till my change come. You know what I mean? I'm going to wait till my change come. I know my Redeemer living. I ain't got to listen, what I'm giving you right now, a lot of y'all might be, man, that nigga talking pimp talk. I'm talking man talk right now. It's so many husbands that's going through some things that need to hear this. If you a square, you should be able to take this game and do something with it. You know what I'm saying? I just gave you two of the coldest examples. K-Red had just got out. And you seen him, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, a nigga lost some hoe, you know what I mean? Lost the dough, you know what I mean? But that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Why was they able to say that in these circumstances? Why is K-Red talking like this and nigga, you living in a halfway house at this time? Because they learned that whatsoever state I'm in, to be content. That's one thing you got to learn, young P, if you gonna be in this game. Because when you really pimping accordingly, your shit go up and down like the stock market at times. I'm not saying all the time. As you stay involved, you'll evolve, and hopefully you're going to come up with some game that's going to produce a situation and a position that when the hoe no longer wants to get your desire and she expire on you, you still in position to be a blessing to yourself. That's some game. That's some game for your ass. Always remember that the game is bigger than pimping and hoeing. That's a small little sector. That's a small little part of it. But the game is way bigger than pimping and hoeing. Dre taught us that years ago. You could take this game from from the lifestyle, and you can do anything in life if that's how you want to use it. But you're going to learn that whatsoever state that you're in. Now, another thing that I want you to pay attention to is that when you get knocked, because you will be knocked. One thing I want you to pay attention to, when you lose a family member, or when somebody get killed, or a loved one go to jail, something tragic happen. You know what I mean? You might end up hearing something that you didn't want to hear from the doctor when you went to the hospital. One thing you got to learn from many great examples that came before you, that whatsoever state that you're in, to be content, to still have the mentality of, I am that I am. But you facing death. How could you speak like this? When I came into this world, I had already started the death clock. That don't stand nothing. The scripture had already, prophesied and said I was going to die, in the book of Hebrews 9:27. It's appointed unto a man to die, and once the judgment. I knew that I was going to die a long time ago. The doctor ain't told you nothing new. So whether you facing death, whether you facing jail time, prison time, or whether you done lost some dimes, some money, or whether you done lost a woman, or if you lost a man, whatsoever state that I'm in, I've learned to maintain my gratitude, my serenity. I got a joy for life. Do you hear me? So listen, you know what I mean? Because I know I told you guys that this wouldn't take long, but it's looking like one of them ones. It's looking like one of them ones. But remember that all leaders have to lead beyond pain. And while you're leading beyond pain, maintain your joy. Don't lose that. No, whatever circumstance that I'm in, I'm still the same man. You know why? Because I'm the motherfucking truth. And the truth don't change. Anybody can talk that shit and be charismatic and magnetic when they having money, when they getting financial gratitude from a multitude of beautiful hoes. Anybody can talk that shit and be flamboyant, talk that shit while they having a run. But can you still make the game look good when things ain't all good? Can you still have joy unspeakable, and still do, the things, that people thought that you wouldn't do and couldn't do in that circumstance? Will you still shout pimping? Will you still glorify and magnify this game, when you sitting over there going through some dumb shit, P, this bitch, like, oh my God, this bitch look like she can't even sit up there and think past go at this time. Oh my God. As one pimp say, I got a piece of a bitch. You might got a piece of a bitch right now, but you better not have just a piece of joy. You maintain your joy. And if you see your joy decreasing or, it's being eradicated because you got this bitch that you currently participating in the game with, is bringing in more problems than endeavoring to get solutions with you, then you allow the spirit of wisdom to deal with you concerning that situation. As the great Mel Taylor said years ago, every donkey ain't going to be a stallion. All right? Just learn that, some going to come and you preside over that situation with wisdom to put you in a position so you can sit up there and have what you want in possession. But always remember, every donkey ain't going to be a stallion. So don't sit up there and try to squeeze water from a rock. That's an overworked, underpaid, situation, man. You're not going to be able to, no. Nigga, you a pimp. You're not God. I don't know who that was too, but let that bless you. Let that bless you. But, okay, another thing. I'm not going to be governed by, oh, man, even though I'm talking to the pimping, man, this message right here can go to ministers. I cannot be governed by sex. I'm not governed by pussy. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoy the pleasures. I enjoy having a great sexual time, with my women. But at the same time, I am not governed by sex. I am not governed by as my brother would say, I'm not a slave, or neither am I a victim to the womb of this woman. I'm not governed by that. I'm greater than that too. As a man thinketh, so is he. I will not be controlled by the powers of my flesh. No. Because if you're going to call yourself being this pimping, you can't be governed by that. You got to have some discipline about yourself. You got to say to yourself, what separates me from the average man? What am I doing or what am I not doing that will separate me from the next man? What makes you a giant? What separates you from the client? What are you saying? What are you not saying? What are you doing that you're not or not doing that separates you from the next man? You don't want to be governed by sex. And let me even go a step further that you probably thought I'd never go to. But it kind of reminds me, right? And I know y'all about to laugh at me, but yeah, we're going to use sin right now as an example on what not to do. But it kind of reminds me, now of course some of y'all going to try to excuse my behavior because where I was at, because of my circumstance. But no excuse. Watch this. I was incarcerated, locked up, fucked up, right? And, one thing when I was in that CCDC, man, you know what I mean? I like to go to the hole. And the reason why I like to do my time in the hole because, I like to talk to the bitches in the vent. Plus I would be singing and all that type of shit. So at least, I can flirt with a bitch, talk to a woman or something, man, in them vents, man, So seeing like to do time, excuse me, Lord, let me say that right. When I was doing time, I had like to do time in the hole. So this one time that I was in the hole, I had to, and I got blessed. I got the cell all to myself. And I think I told you guys this. Now, of course, some of y'all gonna be like, shit, you know what I mean? You ain't had nothing to do, Sin. I ain't mad at you. But, man, it had been, because I was in the module that I was in, I didn't have the liberty, to do my thing. But, man, when I got into that cell by myself, guess what Sin was in there doing? Destroying itself. Sin, what you talking about? Oh, man, I was masturbating like a motherfucker. Man, I was jagging off like it wasn't no tomorrow. You would have thought that, this was going to be the last day on earth with the way that Sin was in there just jagging off. Just as we used to say, killing yourself. We used to talk like that when we used to lift weights or when we do burnouts, doing push-ups. You could just tell when somebody was in there killing themselves. Like, damn, man, he doing them sideways push-ups. Damn, this man freaking the ground. Yesterday, he was killing the push-ups. Now he just ain't got no legs. Because he's in there killing himself. And I know some of y'all gonna be like, oh, hell no, man, this nigga done lost his mind. But this was when I decided to stop jagging off. Sin had sit up there and jagged off, 11 times. Oh, yeah, Sin was in there just busting nuts, just shooting, And I just remember, man, I had jagged off to the point where, this shit didn't even feel good no more. Wasn't no nut even coming out no more. It was nothing but a bubble coming out. Now my dick so hard, this shit hurt me. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? And then I'm beginning to start thinking, I'm like, hey man, this ain't pimpish. Hey, this is not pimpish. Yeah, you locked up and everything, but hey, man, this don't give you no. Listen, I had to come to my senses. Hey, man, what am I doing? This is not pimpish, man. I'm sitting over here just shooting at every goddamn where and shit like that. No, just doing the T-bars. They're here just touching myself, man. I gotta cut this shit out. But what am I saying? Y'all laughing everywhere. Don't laugh at me too much, but Sin gonna keep this shit all the way 100, right? I said, man, a pimp is the master of himself. Right now, I'm being mastered by the spirit of masturbation. There's no discipline in what I'm doing. This shows lack of discipline. Jagging off 11 times within a day. What am I trying to go for Guinness World Book of Records? What am I doing? This is not pimpish. And at the same damn time, this lacks discipline. You know? I started thinking to myself, I began to think about the disciplined young man that I used to be when I was in holiness. I began to think about how militant and disciplined I was when I was young. And I began to just think about how I done sit up there and fell from all of that, man. And then I didn't even tell you about that when we did the burnouts and things like that. You know what I mean? Because I remember this is when I really had fast forwarding. It was another situation. And I just remember, you know what I mean? This is when I really said, yeah, man, I ain't never doing that no more. When one of the homies, man, we had did a burnout, and one of the homies, I had already stopped. But this is when I really, said that, yeah, I'm really not messing with that shit no more. It's when I seen one of the homies that was doing fine. He was doing push-ups fine the previous day. But man, you know what I mean? He was struggling on 12 on the burnout, because that's how we used to do it. Sometimes we'd do 1 to 20 on the first burnout, you know what I mean? Then 1 to 25, sometimes 1 to 30, you know what I mean? So you already know, you know what I mean? When you're doing them burnouts, the first burnout, that's 210 push-ups. You going 1 to 20, or you going 20 on down, stuff like. And he was killing it the previous day. But now, he freaking the flow. And I remember how we was roasting and talking shit. I really said to myself, I say, nah, I can't do that. You have to make up your mind, if you really gonna work out in jail, especially if you're gonna be bench pressing and all of this type of shit and doing them burnouts, you can't be in the room killing yourself. And when I see my nigga man sitting over there freaking the ground like that and doing all them sideways push-ups and shit, I was like, oh, hell no. This how a nigga be looking when he killing himself, got his booty all in the air and all of this type of shit. Just unpimpish. I like, yeah, I'm leaving that shit alone. I ain't never going back to man. And guess what? I kept my word. I kept my word, man. I kept my word. You know what I mean? Have not jagged off, have not masturbated. And when I said that, you know what I mean? That was in motherfucking 2009. We in 2022. You know what I mean? So no, not with the jag off session. Now, if you do that, that's your business. My opinion ain't got no dominion on you. But all I'm saying is, a pimp supposed to have discipline. A pimp got discipline. No, not one time. I could even tell you certain things that I cut off. After that, the spirit of condemnation, of course, came in, and you know what I mean? I felt bad. And I said to myself, I ain't gonna do this no more. And then, especially after I seen what happened with the homie, how he was freaking the ground and, you know what I mean, all that type of shit, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely not going back to that. And I kept my word. And what did I tell you? You know what I mean? Even with pop, that as y'all call soda, but we call pop in the Midwest. Man, listen, it's 2022, the last time that I had tasted some pop, April 17, 2008. Last time, you know what I mean? Let's see. What else have I just completely, cut off? We don't even do. Well, I never got high or drunk before in my life, but as far as the cheeseburgers, hamburgers, and all that type of shit, I told y'all, man, me and Freeze was in Minnesota, and the last cheeseburger that I put in my mouth was White Castles. Yup, it was White Castles, and It just didn't hit the same no more, man. I left that shit alone. I told y'all when I got big, when seeing, some of y'all that's following me on, because I only got 2 accounts. For those of us on Instagram, seeing got Sinful to P 773, SINFULTHEP 773, Sinful to P 773. That's my first Instagram page. Then I got another Instagram page, The Museum of Game. These are my only 2 accounts. I told y'all that Sinful to Pimp page that's on Instagram, I told y'all that's Keisha. That's Kiko. That's not me. You know what I mean? The Sinful to Pimp page on Instagram, that is not my page. That is Kiko. I don't know why people keep following that motherfucker. But that's not Sin. The other little Sinful to P pages, that's not me either. I only got 2 pages on Instagram. And if you go to the Museum of Game page on Instagram, you will see the picture that I just put up yesterday and me at 379, pounds. I told you I got big like that because, after my mom died and everything like that, Sin got depressed. But man, I got big like that eating Chinese and Italian food and, baked food from Whole Foods and things like that. I wasn't doing what y'all was doing, man. A lot of y'all be into, I ain't, talking down on you, but, man, I didn't want that shit. Seeing what you talking about? Yeah, all that McDonald's and all of that, man, that y'all be into? Now, hell no. I would told you I was going inside that Whole Foods, man, and ordering 8 pieces of chicken, and it would be baked. But see, when you eating 8 pieces of chicken by yourself, and then you got lasagna. Or if you take baked chicken from Whole Foods and then you putting it with fried chicken and shrimp fried rice and, egg foo young and all that type of shit. Come on, man. You about to be big as a house. But the way that you tap out of that, you have to sit up noodles and muscle mass by flooding your body with nothing but fruits and more. No, you're not going to have like large muscle mass, but one thing you will do is get cut up, and that's how you stay not looking like a sandwich. Because some people, when they lose weight, they end up kind of have that soggy look. They end up looking like if you take 2 pieces of bread and put some water on it. That's the best way to describe it. But you got to remember, not only was I doing 3 to sometimes 6 hours of cardio, I was fucking around with them dumbbells. I'm doing push-ups. I'm doing sit-ups. I was doing them leg lifts. You know what I mean? I was sitting over there really getting down with it. It wasn't just eating right. And let me also say this. That let me know y'all don't listen and watch my videos at all. That video that I put up, hey, that ain't new. I'm not trying to shit on that person in the video, but man, I look better than that dude. I done grew my hair and everything, man. I'm fine as hell, man. No, man, I still pretty much look the same. I'm not big like Freeze yet. If I wanted to, I could. But no, I'm not on swole anything. Seeing just, for right now, I'm just gonna do the tall, and slim look. For a minute I had put on a little more pounds and was bouncing between that 220, 230, because that's cool at my height. But at the same time, when I see everybody that's dying and having health problems, it's really best, man, to just be cut up and in shape, and cut that thing down. Honestly, I think that if K-Red, would have just been going to just be defined, to have that like defined look, because he wanted, of course, to be on swole. And I think that once you get past the age of 60, it's better to just be cut up. It's better to just be defined, but just to be past 60 years old, still, on that swole shit. Because see, when you swole, when you be doing the swole shit, you still got to eat. And a lot of them guys be eating 2 and 3 meals a day and all of that. And I told you guys, after this year, this is my last year, doing a meal or 2 and all of that. Next year, 2023, and for the rest of my life, I'm only doing 1 meal a day. 1 meal a day. I'm going to take the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the teachings of presiding Elder Donald L. Mosley, and I'm going to basically keep that for the rest of my life. 2023 until the day that I die, I will only put 1 meal in my body. Because I've now seen that 2-3 meals and all that shit that y'all been, suicide. It's suicide. You know, on your Malcolm X. Well, you know, to be on your Malcolm X, that's to be on the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, because Malcolm was doing the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So when you say you're doing the Brother Malcolm, you're really doing the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's why I said that at first. But, you know, we definitely love and we still remember Brother Malcolm because he was one of the greatest examples of discipline. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you know, I couldn't see y'all comments at first. Now I say, okay, Debo, okay. But yes, you don't want to be governed by masturbation. You don't want to be governed by fornication. You don't want to be governed by oral sex and anal sex. You don't want to be governed by your dick. I seen the consequences of allowing my dick to make decisions. So I can't think with that. You know, I see where that lead to. And it's some things, there's some more testimonies that I haven't shared because it's not the appointed time for me to speak on things in totality. Some of you already know what I'm saying indirectly, but directly. But let me just say this to you. You know, when you have a child or children, or even for you guys that's married or something like that, hey, let me just say this to you. You know, some people got married for the wrong reasons. Somebody brought a child or children into this world for the very wrong reasons. It had nothing to do with love. It had nothing to do with, you know, security or none of that. No finance, none of that. Just bringing a child into this world off of pure lust, off of a moment of pleasure, is the best definition of wrong. Please, young man, listen to me. Because a lot of guys, you know, especially when you're young and you done found out how fine you is and how handsome and fly you is, because that's the worst thing that can happen to a young nigga is a group of women. Oh, you're so fine. Oh, you're so handsome. Oh, your smile. You know, oh, don't let them take it a step further. Oh, the dick was just so good. Oh, you was in my stomach. Oh my God, I'm still thinking about when can I see you again? You know? Oh my God. That's one of the coldest things that can happen to a young nigga. You know, if it's a multitude, women on one accord saying the same thing, do you know how that's about to fuck up that young man's mind? He's going to start thinking the world of his dick. If he don't have this game, if he not being laced right, you know, he going to start thinking the world of, you know, he going to start thinking he God in the flesh. I ain't going to lie to you. You know, you have women telling you that, you know, they never came before. And they finally didn't experience, you know, orgasms with you. You know, especially for you young guys, when you finally, you know, witness, you ain't never seen like, oh my God, did she just pee on me? What is this? You know, for you guys that never had certain sexual experience when you young and you finally experience, you like, whoa, you know, wow. You know, and you start feeling yourself like, oh, I made you do that? Oh, I made you do, yeah, I made you do that. Oh, wait a minute, damn, she can't stop shaking her legs. What's happening? What's up with all this electricity that's going on when you're a young nigga? It fuck up your mind. And so now you think that you God in the flesh. And then, man, you start making certain decisions, you know what I mean, while you moving in the spirit of lust. And it's gonna fuck around, man, you know what I mean? And this decision that you've made while you was being governed by the spirit of lust for that short little period of time has now, you know what I mean, this decision that you've made with this raw business, brother, you know what I mean? This is gonna have a lifelong effect. A lifelong effect. And you got a child or children out here with a woman or a group of women, and it's just, they're not even on your level. Some of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, oh my God, what did I do? Why did I do this? What was I thinking? Oh my God, I know why. I wasn't thinking. You're correct. So for you young guys, man, definitely, man, learn from other people's proverbs and wise words so you won't repeat them same mistakes, man, because ain't nothing cool about, you know, a bride hustling you or breaking on you for child support. Because child support now has become a hustle, a cold hustle, especially with successful black men. It has become a hustle. These girls don't even be caring about these children. They don't. It's a hustle. You know, she not thinking about, you know what I mean, being a good mother and this. No, it's about a hustle. A lot of these brides ain't even thinking about, you know what I mean, having a, you know, a marriage or a successful relationship or being a good mother. Hell no. She opened her legs to you and she didn't mind getting pregnant by you because she seen that you had something going on or the potential to have something going on that she could live off of for the rest of her life. Do not, you know what I mean? Excuse me. Listen to me very good. Do not make decisions, son, with your dick. That is too little to be making big decisions. Oh, Sam, but I'm 11 inches and I'm 13 inches. Your dick is too little to make big grown man decisions that's going to have a lifelong effect, son. Put that away. I don't even want to deal with that 50 Cent situation. Because if I say certain things, y'all going to be, oh, man, seeing cold-hearted. But we'll speak on all that celebrity shit at another time. But I'm going to just say this. I feel where 50 coming from. I feel where he coming from. And not even just from a biological level. I feel like that towards certain niggas in the lifestyle, in the game. I felt that shit when I seen that. When Kanan said, when that nigga said, you don't deserve to be my son, and killed that nigga, man, I felt that shit. It's certain niggas in the pimp game that I wish I would have never, man, I wish I would have never laced that nigga or never gave that nigga an opportunity to be around me. You know? I feel exactly like that. When I seen that nigga, you don't deserve to be my son. Well, what you picking up the phone for? You a rat? You know? But that's another subject. But again, man, do not be governed by lust. The lust of your flesh, making decisions, you know what I mean, while you're governed by the spirit of lust, man, will make you lose every dollar that says, in God we trust, young man. I'm going to say that again. Being governed by the spirit of lust, making decisions, you know, while you're governed by the spirit of lust, is only going to make you lose them dollars that say, in God we trust. You know, you don't want to be governed by your dick, by a temporary pleasure. You know, get that in your spirit. I am that I am. I'm not governed by that. I'm greater than that. I'm greater than the lust of my flesh. I am disciplined. I am the embodiment of discipline. Anything that I want to stop doing, I can stop. If I see that this bitch is not official, I see that she's not beneficial, she's cut the fuck off. I am that I am. Ooh, he arrogant. He egotistical. I am that I am. He think he all of that. I am that I am. See, when you have this mentality, you know what I mean? A lot of bitches will start lying. I don't like him, or he too arrogant, or, you know, I ain't feeling him. He think he God, and you know what I mean? And the reason why them bitches is cool with you being less of I am that I am, because if you had the I am that I am mentality, if you recognized your greatness, if you was manifesting the greatness that is within you every goddamn day, she wouldn't feel comfortable being less of who she is, who she was called to be. That's why she accepts, that's why she wants you to keep your temperature on comfortability, so she can sit up there, you know what I mean, and keep being the same bum, so she can keep being the same fat bitch, so she can sit up there being the same unsuccessful bitch that she is. Because if you sit up there and recognize your greatness or start producing the greatness within you, you're going to make her feel uncomfortable. She's going to lose you. Why? Because when you're going to Success Boulevard, on your way, you're going to have to drop off some folks. When you're making your way towards Success Boulevard, when you're making your way to that destination, you're going to have to lay aside every weight that so easily beset you. As the scripture said, you're going to have to let that go. You're going to have to let that person go. I'm moving towards the destination of victory. I'm going towards the destination of success. I'm learning more about myself, my true identity. And as I learn more about myself, I've learned that you ain't supposed to be around. What am I saying? I am that I am. I'm learning more about me, man. I'm learning. What am I saying? That the image that I was given to conform to with this nigga mindset, I'm really learning that that's not me. As I learn more about me, I'm learning really, man, that I'm closer to God than I thought. See, by me being around niggas, by me being raised in an environment of nigga mentalities from niggas, I thought that I was closer to Satan. I thought that I was closer to, you know what I mean, that side. But as I learned more about myself, I learned that I'm really not this satanic monster individual that, you know, y'all told me, or what I was seeing from, you know what I mean, thoughts of people from society, or thoughts of individuals in religiosity. I'm not that individual at all. I'm starting to learn, damn, I do got, man, wait a minute, man, the teacher lied to me. Like, I got greatness in me. God damn. I'm the shit. Once you start thinking like that and start knowing you the shit, man, you're going to start getting rid of people that ain't about shit, you know, from the fuck around you. You know, because when you moving like your creator, when you moving like, you know what I mean, the God that you was created in the image of, you know what I mean, you produce greatness. Why? Because he's the embodiment of greatness, and you was made in the image of him. So if you was made in the image of greatness, then what you look like sitting over there fucking with a bitch that basically is content, you understand me, with being nothing, producing nothing. She just good for busting nuts, and, you know, I'm talking to you squares now. She just good for coming, but she ain't good for coming up. Yeah, shake that. Let that go. I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but you need to let that go. I'm talking to so many right now. You need to lay aside every weight. She just a liability. She ain't adding nothing to you right now. Let that go. Oh, man, you gonna hurt if you let it. Man, I am that I am without that bitch. I'm gone. I got things to do. You know, there's new dimensions, man, that I need to go to. You know what I mean? I am that I am with or without that bitch. Like, shit, that ain't gonna change nothing. You know, that's just a little broad. You know how replaceable she is? Moving on. I am that I am. I'm even talking to you squares right now, man. You know, because a lot of you guys are exchanging spirits and energy, you know what I mean, with females that profess to be women. And, you know, you can't see it now, but it's actually hindering you from producing your greatness by exchanging unclean spirits and, you know, satanic energy with this female that you're sexually involved with. Cut that off. You know, I am that I am. Like, you know what I mean? Man, but she got good pussy though. Yeah, I'm going to still be cool without her. I am that I am. You know, that ain't going to make or break me. What am I saying? That's not going to make or break me. I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to produce without her. She never made me. That coochie never made me. That head never made me, man. I'm letting that shit go. Anything that's cancerous, that's hindering me from being prosperous in life, I'm letting that go. I'm laying aside every weight that so easily beset me. I am that I am. I'm moving on. I like that. I just had to speak that into you. But again, before I move on, I am not governed by the pleasures of my flesh. A woman can't dictate nothing to me. She can't have, her opinion don't have dominion over what I say and do because she opening her legs to me. What is that? Is that all that she has to offer to a king? Is some pussy and some head? That's the only mentality to have, young man. Is that all that she has to offer to me? Is that all that she has to offer to the king? Is her womb and some head and a booty that is big enough to fuck up a toilet, her twerking? That's all? Next. Only mentality to have, young man. Not even worthy to be around you. I'm speaking to, you know what I mean, everybody right now. Of course, I'm still speaking to the pimping, but I had to come and even give some game even to my square guys that ain't even, you're not in no criminality, you're not in no pimping, none of that. You know, that was for you. But moving on, man, I want you to get into the mentality. You know, like I told you, you want to strive to be like the creator. Many times pimps have said that a pimp is supposed to be like God to his woman. And in a sense, that's true. You know, whatever I said is going to come to pass because I said it. You know, I am that I am. I told you, you got to be very careful of what you think. You got to be careful of the very thing that come out your mouth. Why? Because I want you to think of yourself. Now, of course, you're not the creator. You know, I don't want you, but at the same time, I want you to think just like the creator. Don't you know the creator is so powerful that if he even thought a thought, that it would come to pass? That's how infinite his mind is. I want you to think the same way. I can't have any thoughts of negativity or, you know, about bullshit. Because my mind is that powerful that if I give place to that, if I start thinking about, you know, this, and if I give too much attention to that mentally, and if I start thinking about this and what didn't happen and what could have been, and thinking about ex-hoes and thinking about, you know, all of this and all of that, you know, then that's pretty much what everything is going to stay on because I continuously think about shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. So I have to be like my creator. I have to think, you know what I mean, in the heavens. I can't be thinking about, you know what I mean, gossip and Wendy Williams, Tasha K, you know, type of shit. Because if I give too much energy to that, if I give too much thoughts to that, then that's what it shall be. That's what my life shall be. Because that's how strong my mind is. Whatever I put my mind on, you know what I mean, that's where my life is going. So no, I can't afford to be thinking about shit like that. You know? And a bitch, I ain't gonna say her name, a bitch hit me this morning. Text me this morning. A bitch. And she hit me and she say, Sugar Free, she said, bless her heart, she didn't know no better. She texted me talking about, Sugar Free just got married. And if she keep it real, she'll even let you know. I did what any man would do. I didn't sit up there and give a damn or give any acknowledgement to Sugar Free getting married. So the fuck what? How much money do you have? What do you have that's beneficial towards me? What about what we can do together to make our lives, better? How can we come on one accord so we can afford more? I'm not giving a damn about Sugar Free getting married. That's that man's affairs. That's that man's business. What I look like having a conversation with a woman about what another man is doing. And bitch, what's wrong with you for even having your mind on what another man is doing and you actually thought that it was cool enough to even text or call me with this shit? Bitch, let's talk about something important. What you checked? What money you got right now? How much currency do you currently have right now? That's the only response, that you should have. But again, man, you know what I mean? A pimp especially, he got to be careful of what he got his mind on. Get my likes to 900. Everybody click on the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you click on the subscribe and make sure you click on the bell button. Make sure you share this video on every platform. But yeah, man, a pimp got to be careful what he have his mind on. He that keeping his mind stayed on some pimping shall do some pimping. I ain't got nothing my mind on Sugar Free getting married. Blessings to that man. So what? When you really have that mind of just all in the heavens, when you thinking about, man, how I'm a pimp, what I'm going to do this summer. Or damn, how I'm going to take this money and I'm going to sit up there and make this into this and do this with this and do that to that. How can I take this dirty money and put this in the cleaners and do this and do this and do that with? How could I do this and how could I do that? How could I do this? How could I do this and that and that? How do I do? How could I do? You thinking about heavenly things, financial things, pimpish things. I'm not thinking about, another man walking down the aisles and making vows and making a covenant with the bitch. That's what he wanted to do. That's what he wanted to do. But I'm not going to have no Wendy Williams conversation with no bitch. Man, please. Only mindset to have. What you think, have that in your mind. Whatever I think shall come to pass. Whatever comes out of my mouth shall come to pass. That's why I have to be very careful what I think, and I have to be very careful what comes out of my mouth. Because whatever I think and whatever I say out of my mouth, it comes to pass. If I say I'm going to do this, if I say I'm going to have that, if I say I'm going to do this, if I say I'm going to lose this weight by this time, if I say I'm going to have this much money at this time, if I say I'm going to have this property, if I say I'm going to have this place, if I say I'm going to do this for her, if I said I was going to do that, whatever I said in my mind, whatever I gave too much attention to in my mind, whatever I said out of my mouth, that's what's going to happen. I am that I am. I have the power to just even think, to even speak it into existence. I know I'm going above too many people here and that because you're too nigga minded. But for those of you that are spiritual minded, you know what I'm saying. As a man thinketh, so is he. I don't want to give any attention to, shit that's too contrary. You know what I mean? They don't have nothing to do with how a great thinker thinks. I don't want to get into that. That don't have nothing to do with excellence. That don't have nothing to do with originality. That don't have nothing to do with producing more, beautiful thoughts to get more beautiful results in my life. That don't have nothing to do with nothing. So, again, I am that I am. Whatever I said right now, I know you're going to think that I'm joking with you, but right now you broke as hell. You might not currently have no currency. You temporarily fucked up. So what I'm saying to you is like, yeah, saying that sound good, but I got this bill that's due. I got that bill that's due. I feel you. But no. I got the phone bill that's due, man. Car note that's due, man. I hear you, but my rent due. I'm behind. As a man thinketh, so is he. if you continue to think about problems, if you continue to think about problems and instead of thinking about solutions to them problems, then them problems will do nothing but remain problems. If you just think about problems all goddamn day, instead of thinking about solutions to them problems all goddamn day, and not applying any solutions that you thought of to them problems ain't gonna do nothing but remain problems. It's not gonna change. You just think about problems. You just think about how fucked up your life is. Oh, I'm fat. I ain't gonna never lose weight. Oh, I'm 200 this. I'm 300 this. I'm 400 this. Yeah, but you know, what's the name? Yeah, but that's him. Yeah, but you know, yeah, that's her. You know, I hear you. I know, yeah, that person lost this much weight. This person did that. They in shape, but I'm just, my life is just so fucked up. Your life is fucked up because you think it's fucked up. Your life is fucked up because you continuously think about just how fucked up your life is without coming up with any solution to that. Then some of you have solutions, but you never apply the solution to the problem. So the problem remain problems. You know? Some of you are really battling with the spirit of procrastination. It's not that you don't have the information. You just never apply the information to your life. You have the spirit of procrastination. You always put everything off into the next day. Oh man, I don't expect too many amens or you preaching or any cash apps or super chats now. Some of you, you know what I mean, have great thoughts, but you don't never manifest the greatness within you because you just procrastinate. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. I'll do it. You know, I've already fucked up this month. So I'm just going to have fun. I'm just going to continue to do this for the month of October. And then once November starts again, the first, you know, because I just want to start a new slate, you know. So, yeah, I done already had a little fun. Plus this holiday coming up, this going to happen. Yeah, so, you know, I just wait to, you know, November. Or fuck it, you know, once November comes, I just wait till, oh damn, Christmas getting ready to come and, you know, this better. Yeah, I might as well wait till 2023. And you keep going and you keep going and you keep fucking up. You know why? Because as I told you in Hebrews 11:1, now faith. What is it? The first word that was spoken in that scripture, now. God does not move in your time. He moves according to his will. And his will for greatness is always now. When you really want to do something great, it's not, oh, I'll wait to do something great tomorrow. I'll wait to do something great next week. I'll wait to do something great next month. I'll wait to do something great next year. The time for greatness is right now. It's right now. It's not, you know what? Let me go ahead and right now. That's how the enemy is deceiving you. He convinces you to put it off until this time and, you know, to that time. You know, ooh, I would go to the gym, but it's a little late. See, I like to work out 2 hours or more. So, you know, it ain't no sense of me going to the gym because, you know, it's about to close in about an hour and a half and I wouldn't be able to do everything that I want to do. That's the enemy deceiving you. I'd rather for you to do something than nothing. I'd rather for you to get 60 minutes in, 90 minutes in, than for you to not do a goddamn thing. See, you know, when I like to do this and I don't have enough time. You letting the enemy deceive you. Making too many justifiable excuses within your head for not doing what the fuck you supposed to be doing. You deceiving yourself. You manipulating yourself. You coming on one accord with the devil to hinder you from going to the next level in life. You depriving yourself. You disrespecting yourself. Some of you really need to lift your hands, you know what I mean, and ask God to deliver you from the spirit of procrastination. You are supposed to bend to this destination, this dimension. You got all the information that you need. You got all the beautiful words, but you going to have no works. And the reason why you don't have no works with your beautiful words is because you're bound by the spirit of procrastination. You're always putting things off. And guess what? While you're putting things off, time don't wait on no man. You're losing time. Time don't wait on no man. You said you was going to do that. Now you're 25. You said you was going to do that. Now you're 30. You said you was going to do that. Now you're 35. You said you was going to do that. Now you're 40. You said you was going to do this and that. Now you're 45. You said you was going to do this. Now you're 50. You said you was going to do this. Now you're 55. You said you're going to, now you're dead. Now you're dead. Some of you keep putting things off as if you got all your life to live. You're taking life for granted. You're procrastinating so much where you just think that you got so much time and you don't. Jackie, I appreciate that 10. Blessings to you. Who lied to you? Who told you that you had so much time? Who told you that you had decades to do this and do that? Who told you that? The enemy lied to you. The scripture's been saying from Genesis to Revelation, you know what I mean, to not be deceived. It's a reason why I keep repeating that from the old covenant to the new covenant. It's the reason why that's being said so many times. Be not deceived. Some of you have been deceived into thinking that you're going to be here 5 years from now. Some of you have been deceived into thinking that you're going to be here 10 years from now. Some of you have been deceived into thinking that you're going to be here 20 years from now. Some of you have been deceived into thinking that you're going to be here 2 years from now. You do not have time to waste time. You don't have, imagine everybody is living off the works and enjoying the music and the movies of Tupac. Everybody just love pop. Tupac this, Tupac that. Imagine if Tupac had the spirit of procrastination. If Tupac had the spirit of procrastination, you think we'll be talking about him decades later? If Tupac was putting things off and say, oh, I'll work on this song later. I'm just going to enjoy my youth and, you know, kick it and do this and do that. You know what I mean? I could be in the studio at another time. Just imagine if Pac had the spirit of procrastination. Lava Cuss, appreciate that 20, bro. Love. You know, brother, you already said putting yourself in God mode. No, it's not. You know, you said that once. You said that, you know what I mean? I like what Jack be saying better. You know, dick discipline. I like that better. You know, discipline. You know, just put that in. That sounds a lot better. Dick discipline. We'll get to, I'd have left that a long time ago though. But again, allow yourself right now. How do I get delivered from that right now? By doing something today. The best way to get out of the spirit of procrastination is to do something right now. The best way to defeat the spirit of procrastination is to do something right now. If you really want to be delivered from the spirit of procrastination, then just do that, what you're supposed to do, that you plan, do that today. Endeavor to do that today. Don't put it off until tomorrow. Move in right now. That's the best way to fight the spirit of procrastination. By having a right now mentality, right now. Do it now. Stop waiting till 100 years and, you know, putting things off as if you just got all day to live. Move in the right now. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Now. Move in the now. Stop being hindered by the past. Stop putting things off into the move in the now. Do me a favor, get my likes all the way up. I'm sorry, but I done had so much jewelry come out my mouth. The likes should have been touched 1,000. I need all the notifications to go out there. And I need all the recommendations for this video because I believe that I've said some things that people need to hear. Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that? If you don't, then don't put no like there. But if you agree with that, then yes, by all means, come on one accord and hit the like button and get them likes all the way up. Now, you know, when I say that I am, let me put that out there too. When I say that I am a producer, that means that I produce, me producing something or doing what I'm supposed to do is vital to my title as a man, and as also a provider, you know, as being the protector, the director, and all of those things. That means I do those things whether the bride basically do what she's supposed to do anyway. Did you hear what I just said? Even if she don't produce, I'm producing. And when I did what I did for her, say for example, right? Let's say in the game, because I know everybody in the game appreciate that 20, man. Wow, image upgrade. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that 20, fam. But let me just say this. You know, in the game, there will be slow days and no days. There's going to be some days where even the most marketable hoe, even the hoe that be mostly having the most profitable times in the game, she will have some bad days, some slow days. I know when you read these pimp books and you listen to these pimp testimonies and these interviews, and, you know, they made it seem as if, you know, every bride that they ever had in the game always checked a rack or more every day of their 30, 40-year career. I know they told you them lies, but I'm here to tell you that the real irrefutable truth about this game. And the truth is, there's going to be some slow days. There's going to be some no days. All right? But even when the bride is having a slow day or a no day, you know what I mean? Even when the bride is not producing, I still produced. I still produce the same characteristics. I still produce. I might have, you know, her money might have slowed down. But Sapopa the Prince, when the bitch birthday came up, you know what I mean? Pimpin' still look out for the bitch. Pimpin' still celebrating with the bitch. Pimpin' still sitting over there making the bitch feel happy. Why? Because I am that I am. When I got you out of jail, you were sitting over there with the cheap perfume and jealousy, lying on wifeys and shit like that, trying to make other wifeys leave and all that type of shit. You was really on some girlfriend shit. But even though you not being who I know you to be, I still got to produce pimping. I still got to produce game. I still got to produce the same characteristics, whether you produce this to get the materialistics or not. Why? Because I am that I am. I want you to get that in your spirit. I just have to double back and put that in there and make sure I say this. Me doing what I'm doing, me doing what I'm going to do is not based off whether she, is on or not in that capacity. Notice I said in that capacity, because if the bitch ain't giving me no currency, then, you know, it ain't going to be no need or necessity for me to fuck with the bitch any goddamn way. But I'm talking about slow days, you know, when shit be, you know, kind of slow. Or the bitch basically, you know what I mean, in a fucked up attitude. And that's the reason why she not getting the multitude. It's not that she don't have the information. And it's not that she in a bad location. It's just that her participation right now is not up to par because the bitch in an attitude. Pimps know what I'm talking about. You know, a bitch might tell you, oh, I don't like Vegas. I'm not feeling it. You know what I mean? And woo, woo, woo. No, it's not Vegas, bitch. You know what I mean? This is a good location to get some good motherfucking money. It's not the location. It's you. It's you. Stop blaming the location. Oh, I don't like Cali. You know, it's too ghetto. I don't like this and this. They don't like me like that. No, it's not the location, bitch. You know what I mean? Bitches been sitting over there terrorizing, you know what I mean, and getting money, you know what I mean, before you even came in this shit. Bitches been seducing and reducing tricks in this area and having their way in this area before you even came in the game. It's not the area, it's you. But even at that time, when she's not, you know, doing what's vital to her title at that time, we still have to produce even when the bitch ain't producing. Why? Because I am that I am. I am that I am. I want you to have this all in your spirit. I am that I am. I am that I am. Why did I continue to be a father, you know what I mean, to my child, or a father to them children like that? Because I am that I am. Even when the mama acting like a fag. Even when the mama acting like a stupid ass bitch. Guess what? I'm still going to be a blessing to my child. Still be a blessing to my children. I'm still going to do what the fuck I'm supposed to do because I am that I am. I am that I am. Even if the mother has put some poison in the ears of them children. Because, you know, when you dealing with, you know, bitter bitches, when you dealing with bitches that's upset because they can't have you no more, when you dealing with bitches that, you know, want you a certain way, and because of who you are, you know what I mean, you won't sit up there, you know what I mean, and conform to that. You're not going to bow down to that. Then, you know what I mean, the only thing left for you to do is when you have time with that child, or when you got time with them children, you reprogram their minds, recondition their minds, you know, if you can, which I know you can, you know what I mean, back to what it's supposed to be. But don't allow the problems with this woman to be so big that it hinder you from doing what's vital to the title of a father to your child or children. You still got to do that. Why? Because I am that I am. I am that I am. I know you was told that. I know you was lied to about who I am and what I didn't do by your mother. Your mother stood up there and gave you an all-you-can-hear buffet of some bullshit. But guess what? I still love you. Guess what? I'm still going to take care of you. Guess what? I did this, I did that. This was done, that was done, this is going to be done. I am that I am. Certain situations are so fucked up. Let me just speak to the men that's going through some things. Certain situations are so fucked up that a lot of you don't have the liberty that you would desire to have, you know, with the woman, you know, that you got a child by, children by, you know. And so because she's presiding over the children, because, you know what I mean, she got, you know, custody and everything, some of you desire to do some things, but you can't, because currently right now you are hindered because of the lifestyle that you live. You live a life of criminality, so you don't really have the time or the liberty to do that, you know, everything that's within your heart at this current time. God know that, you know. But what I will tell you to do, what you can do, or what you're going to do, you know what I mean? Don't allow that to, like, damn, P, you know what I mean? I really be feeling less of a man at times because, you know what I mean, I can't do this, I can't, you know, man, I am that I am. That which I can do at this time, that I will do. And that I cannot do, you know, at this time, that does not minimize me. That does not make me less of what I am as a man, simply because I can't do with everything that's within my heart at this particular time to do. That don't make you less of no man. I don't know who told you that shit. So right now you might be, you know what I mean, a black man, and you have a desire to really be a father to your child. But currently you on parole. Currently you on probation. Currently, you in a fucked up situation. Currently, you don't have no accumulation. You know what I mean? It's just all type of shit that's going on. That I know you done heard all of these people sit up there and tell you, some bullshit about how you ain't this, how you ain't that. Hey, listen, that what you can do, do it. Because let me tell you something about these children. Some of that shit that y'all want to do, that's fine and dandy. But sometimes, man, them children really just be wanting your time. That really just be your pride saying, I feel what you're saying, but my money ain't right. So I didn't want to come around my son, or I didn't want to come around my daughter because my money wasn't right. My money funny. My change is strange. So I couldn't do that. Hey, if you do that, you still sit up there and come around your son. You still come around your daughter. Why? Because I am that I am. I'm still their father. That's why. My money not being right, that's a temporary situation. That's temporary. But I'm still going to come around my son. I'm still going to, and plus, just to keep it real, like, you know how easy it is to produce some entertainment, to produce some enlightenment, to produce some enjoyment, without finances? You can have a good time with your child or children, without some money. Currently, while you financially, temporarily, fucked up, get you a plan about how you're not about to be fucked up. That's what you do. But as a black man, I just had to come through, man. Some of y'all be in the spirit of depression because you ain't got no financial progression going on right now. And, by your mind, constantly staying on that negativity, by your mind constantly staying on what society has taught you that you're not this, and you're not that. And now you feel short of a black man. You feel short. You feel like a failure. And by you feeling like a failure and constantly thinking about failures that you have made in life, that's why you continue to produce that bullshit called failure. Because that's all you think about is how you didn't do this and how you didn't do. Man, come on. Like I say, today the P, today the father. Today the man. Today the parent. I'm not thinking about what you didn't do on yesterday. I'm not thinking about what, your shortcomings yesterday. I'm thinking about who you are today. I'm thinking about what you're going to produce today. I'm thinking about the plans that you're making today so you can be a blessing today and tomorrow. Today the man. Today the father. Yeah. Get on your shit, man. You know what I mean? Get on your shit. Yeah, I'm talking to the game, but at the same time, it's so much game. It's a whole buffet of it where everybody can enjoy it, squares included. Nobody was excluded. But again, man, stop contemplating on what you didn't do, what you don't have, what you could have had. Man, as a man thinketh, so is he. And like I said, if you get into a continuity of always thinking negativity on a daily, then that's how you shall be. But if you start thinking about positivity, and in spite of what people are saying, in spite of what your baby mama is saying to you, because you might have one of them back talk, smart talk, always replying and never complying, baby mamas that's always speaking in the language of profanity and, all that type of shit. Mentally respond. Don't emotionally react to nothing. Let me just tell you this. Sometimes you have to keep things cool with the mother of your child or the mother of your children so you can keep seeing your children. And it's best to do it that way as well, because you have to understand you got a woman that is governed by feelings and she presiding over your child. So you definitely don't want to say nothing and do nothing to have her feeling any type of way, because a bitch take your conversation, the argument that you and her had, and she'll sit up there and tell your children. These bitches are so stupid that they will talk to kids like they grown-ups. She will have a full conversation and say everything that was literally said within the conversation with a child, with the children, and sit up there and put the children in the business, and then raise the children to think that you public enemy number one. The children will be looking at you like the Antichrist. That's why, again, follow the spirit of wisdom. Strive to mentally respond and not emotionally react. I know what you feel like saying. I know you want to call her a bunch of bitches within 2 seconds. I know you want to go off. But always think, if I emotionally react, if I say what I'm feeling like saying at this time, what can this potentially fuck up? This can mess up the whole fellowship, communication with my kids, woo woo. And because I love my children and I want to be a father and I want to do this and this and that, I'm going to have to put this to the side. You know what I mean? Things where I want until I get powerful enough, you know, until I get powerful enough where potentially I can endeavor to get custody or joint custody. You know, at this time, I have to play the smart game. I got to mentally respond. I can't emotionally react. You know, so I had to just shoot that game to you. But anyway, man, right, stop giving children a Del problem. Man, Denise, they always be doing it. Grown ass bitch sitting over here talking to a 9 or 10-year-old, you know what I mean? Talking about, guess what your daddy did? Your daddy did, and a little child just listening like that, just goofy. All right? But what I tell you, what does the word say? Be swift to hear and slow to speak. What is it saying? Mentally respond. Don't emotionally react. Be angry, but sin not. You have a right to be angry. You're a human being, but sin not. You know? So again, you know, I just had to throw that out there, but you know, regardless of your financial situation and what you can't produce, I am that I am. I'm still a man. I'm still a man. I'm still a father. I'm still a great man. I still have greatness within me in spite of the temporary situation that I'm in. I'm speaking to you and you might be listening to me and you might currently and temporarily be homeless. You might be homeless right now. You might be sleeping in your car. And don't you know there's some billionaires right now that've been in your situation? You know how they escaped that situation? They didn't dwell on that situation. They didn't constantly think about, oh my God, you know what I mean? I'm homeless. Oh my God, I'm a fuck up. Oh my God, this is how I'm always going to be. Just imagine if they had them type of thoughts. They'd still be in that car. Just imagine if Tyler Perry or Steve Harvey, different individuals dwelled, you know what I mean, on them bad situations that they were currently in at that time. Just imagine if they had them mentalities like, oh, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. What if everybody had that woe is me mentality? Where would they be right now? You need a change of mind. As a man thinketh, so is he. You know, get out of that. You got too much greatness in you. God has invested so much in you. To whom much is given, much is required. God has blessed you with so many capabilities. You got so many gifts, and your gifts will make room for you. Stop dwelling on the myths and start thinking about the gifts that God has given you and utilize that to be a blessing to you, man. All right? Now, of course, I did not expect for this video to be that long. We have now went on 3 hours. I really mean that. I know y'all be laughing at me, but I really meant for this video to only be an hour and a half because I really want to get some more videos in today. I know y'all be laughing at me and everything like that, you know what I mean, thinking I be lying. Right, in my closure, as I begin to close, I am that I am. I want you to know. I want you to know. May God continue to cover and bless you and bless us with this game. Appreciate that. Right, support the Prince that got on the organ. You know? But I am that I am. In spite of everything that's going on, I am that I am. If she come back, if she never come back, I am that I am. No matter who's died, no matter who's left my side. Yes, it hurts, but I am that I am. I still got to produce regardless. I still got to be great regardless. I am that I am. I'm everything that I said that I am, regardless of what I don't have, regardless of whatever temporary condition or circumstance that I am. I am that I am. I'm still great. In other words, if I could say it like that to my street niggas, I'm still that nigga, man. Yeah. If you only feel like you that nigga when you got bitches, clothes, and hoes, then in reality, my nigga, you never was that nigga. But to him that know that he has not lost anything and realize he still got everything just by having manhood, just by having this game, just by sitting over there applying this game to his life, he know that what's to come is better than what's been. I am that I am. All right? Now, look, I'm going to put the link to my Patreon in the, comment section, but I'm definitely going to post more videos today. And to my Patreon members, man, I got so many IG videos and so many videos that I still have not posted. You know what I mean? I'm talking about, man, it took forever and a day for it to even download. And now certain things that downloaded, I got so many things to post. So listen, if you can't afford to come to the Pimp and Hoe tier, which is the $50 tier, all the pimps and hoes, man, we on the $50 tier, man. If you really want the game for real, man, you come to the $50 tier. But if you can't, for whatever reason, man, come to the $5 tier. All the $5 tier Patreon members, they will let you know, hey, man, it's an abundance of information on that $5 tier. And guess what? I'm posting damn near every day. And what I mean by that, man, I'm posting about 20 to 30 times. I'm not trying to say no names, but some of y'all is other Patreon members of other YouTubers. Man, it don't be like the way seeing Patreon is. No, it don't. People might post like, 2-3 times a week and all. Man, hell no. We on that Patreon, you know what I mean? Every day, all day. I'm always keeping them. You know what I mean? I be sharing people that I fuck with, even people that I don't fuck with, just to stay update because I might end up roasting certain individuals, So people need to know where certain things came from. But like I said, we'll get into all of that. Some of y'all been wanting me to speak on other things. We'll get into all of that, later on. But for right now, man, let this message, please, by all means, everybody click on the like button for this. Somebody need to hear this. It was a lot of encouragement. It was a lot of enlightenment that was given within this video. I need for this video to be platinum, baby. And the reason why I say that is because so many of my videos, they put an age restriction on it. So because of the age restriction, the video not going to grow like it's supposed to grow because of the age restriction. So the only way that it can grow is me sharing it on Patreon and telling y'all to keep watching it and things like that. That's the only way the views come, because it's never recommended to other people on YouTube. Why? Because it's age restricted, But anyway, man, I'm not going to bore you with that. It's been a blessing. I love you guys. Make sure you get in the comment section and comment, give your opinion, whether you agreed or disagreed with anything. But I appreciate you guys, man, for giving me damn near 3 hours of your time. I hope you live as long as you want and never want as long as you live, man. And y'all be blessed. And hopefully we'll be back to fellowship later on. Love you.